And there it is, the 6-point Matt Slapper.
The following is a special presentation of the Westmoreland Sports Network.
It's a wrestling night in Westmoreland County. Coverage of the 2022 Junior High Southwest Regional Finals, live on the Westmoreland Sports Network, is presented by Quest School of Wrestling, developing wrestlers to be the best people, students, and athletes they can be. By Rob Waller's All-American Wrestling Club in Latrobe, the choice of champions. By Major Stokes in Greensburg, always fresh, always fast, always local. By Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg. At Marino's, we have one focus, you. By OMP Wrestling Club in Evans City and Sewickley. Champions aren't born, they're made. By PA Power Wrestling, your number one source for wrestling news in Pennsylvania. By Carclo Technical Plastics in Latrobe, a leader in injection molding and manufacturing services. By Bowser Automotive, that's the power of Bowser. By Young Guns Wrestling Club, dedicated to helping young wrestlers achieve at a higher level. By Excella Health. Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? By Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley. By Matt Factory Wrestling Club, one of the premier wrestling clubs in Western Pennsylvania today. By Dr. Scott Learn General and Cosmetic Dentistry in Latrobe, giving you the confidence to enjoy your smile. By the Rehab Center in Lower Burrell, chiropractors caring for health. By the Collision Shop by Jason Mignon in Greensburg, your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. By Comrades Barbershop in Greensburg and Irwin, the freshest cuts around. And by Service Master Complete Restoration by Stiffy, your go-to call for emergency disaster restoration 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now we take you live, Matt side, for tonight's pre-match show.
Buckle up, wrestling fans. We are live from the castle at Norwin High School for the 10th edition of the District 7 Southwest Regional Wrestling Tournament presented by our friends at Pursuit Sports Apparel. In a few moments, 30 of the best in Southwest Pennsylvania will grind it out for the top spot on the podium and the right to call himself a champion. That's right. It is a wrestling night on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Good afternoon, wrestling family. Thank you for joining us for one of our favorite broadcasts each and every single year. Alongside my long-lost broadcast brother, Uncle Jeffy, I am Smitty. And hey, our Mad Side reporter, Hannah Mears, is also in the castle with us this afternoon. We welcome you into our pre-final show presented by Rob Waller's All-American Wrestling Club. Jeff, obviously, you're very involved with this tournament. You're even more involved this year as the skipper of the Hempfield Junior High wrestling team. You will also be spotting the corner chair for the first two finals. I know you got a lot going on, so I'm going to let you go first. Take it away, brother.
Yeah, you know, you just said a mouthful, and I can't believe how much I have going on right now. Coaching the Spartans, helping to run this tournament this is the 11th year, but we had to cancel last year, so 10 active years, and also, you know, helping you all out because our brother and buddy George can't be with us, but I love doing it. I love being with you. This tournament was a vision of quite a few people 11 years ago, and it came to fruition after just 1 year that allowed this to be the format and model for what now is PIAA junior high states. It really was simple model. At the time, Larry Newcomer, may he rest in peace, a great ambassador for wrestling in this area, Westmoreland County. He went from Westmoreland County to the PIAA and was, the president of the Pennsylvania. So when Ryan Shaw, back then, he's down in South Carolina now, but Ryan, Andy Phipps, Lee Schickel, at one point Brian Krenzelak from Cannon Mac, myself, Donnie Dolte. Now we have Donnie Geibel on the committee. There's 5 of us. They got together, just said, you know what, we're a pretty good state for wrestling. We're awfully a good county, so we're a good state. Why shouldn't we have a good tournament like this? So they put this together. 2 years later, they took this model to Larry at the state level, and that's how the junior high states came about. But one thing we're really proud of, everything you see out here, we've purchased through money that we've raised. But most importantly, over the 10 years that we've done this, we have had 51 scholarships we've given out in the range of $500 to $1,500. So those 51 scholarships we passed out have totaled $46,500. And the applicants, high school seniors that wrestled, you don't have to wrestle in college, but hey, fill out the application. It's free money that we want to give back. We don't do this for the money. We put everything back into the tournament. We make the tournament better every year. And hey, I could go on and on and on, and you can tell I'm a little bit hyped up. I'm excited. I have 2 finalists, but also get to do this with you. So I know the fans are going to enjoy this. It's a big broadcast that we do every year. And heck, you make one heck of a call when we do this. So I'm excited to hear your call on this, and I'll contribute as much as I can. We've had some awesome semifinals. We're going to see some great wrestling here. And the nice thing is the committee does a great job of getting the guys to the finals that belong there. Over the years, we have been above 90% with seeding to get the final kids into the finals that belong there. And keep this in mind, too, the fans that out there that don't know. The junior high state meet is not even seeded. So we go above and beyond just to make the quality of this tournament what it is. Now, we're not going to please everybody. We never do. There's always somebody that's going to be upset. Things that happen that gets upset, and somebody runs, how'd this kid get here? Things happen, but above a 90% rating to get this right, I'm going to take that, and it's the whole committee that does it.
For sure. Jeff, thank you for that. I mean, that was such a great set into the history of the tournament, those who founded it, those that have moved on, and those who are taking their place to continue the vision 11 years ago for what this tournament has become today. And I'm just blown away with the philanthropic support. Yeah. I think that's the part, yes, you create a great stage for these junior high competitors to go out there and prove that they are the best and then qualify onto the state tournament. But the philanthropic support is what pulled on my emotional heartstrings. And I think there's something to be said about that. You're giving back to the community. You're giving back to those who gave to the sport as they move on to the next level of their education and or athletic career. And I think that right there is just absolutely remarkable.
If I may add one more person that definitely deserves the recognition is the man that runs this tournament, Jason Delp. I mean, where we've come from taking bout sheets and running them from room to room when we started and waiting for bout sheets to come back to having him put it on flow and have everybody in this gymnasium be able to follow along and know what's going on is huge, and why we've been able to make such an efficient tournament. So a big shout out to Jason Delp, who is also on the committee and runs the tournament for the most part. But yeah, didn't want to leave him out there.
No, certainly. We don't as well. I know our man Dan Flickinger behind the ones and twos. Oh, hey, we're on the camera. Hi, Robot. Flick's sitting right here to my right. He is our founder, our president, and will be today's producer for this afternoon's broadcast. Mr. Nick D'Onofrio will be behind camera number 1. But we're going to take a really quick break. When we return to the Rob Waller's All-American Pre-Final Show, we'll be joined by our Mad Side reporter, our girl, Hannah Mears. Keep it tuned in to the Southwest Regional Championships right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Kia doesn't have time in this 30-second commercial to read all the great reviews about the all-new 2022 Kia Forte. Here's some of the highlights. Right now, get special low 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the highly acclaimed 2022 Kia Forte. Shop our inventory or reserve your new Kia. 24/7 online at smailkia.com or Route 30 East Greensburg.
Back here to the Castle on the Westmoreland Sports Network alongside Jeff Shaw. Now, Hannah Mears. I am Chris Smith. I want to give you a really quick rundown before we bring Hannah on for a couple quick words. Leading the team race with 237 points, 4 championship finalists and 5 in the consies is Connellsville. Number 2, Norwin. They'll have 3 in the championship finals. Kiski area in third, 134 points. They'll show a duo in the finals. Tied for third, North Allegheny, none in the finals, but 6 in the consolations. And that just goes to show you how important the consolation wrestlebacks are for these tournaments. None in the finals, but 6 wrestling back, gaining all kind of points, and that is why they are tied for third. Rounding out the top 5 is McGuffey with 119.5. They'll have 1 representative in the finals and 5 in the consolation wrestlebacks. But without further ado, I'd like to bring my sister, my wrestling broadcast sister, Miss Hannah Mears on. Hannah.
Hello, Chris.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, lovely to be here, and excited that we get to broadcast this tournament. As Jeff was saying, it has a lot of history, and the last time I've been at some of these younger tournaments were when I was helping run them as well, and changing bout numbers and making sure brackets and bout sheets were where they needed to be. So my history at these tournaments goes back pretty far as well. But
they're a lot more efficient these days,
way
right?
Way more efficient, yeah. It would have been less work for me, but now here we are broadcasting, and I want to give everyone a visual for back home of how exciting it is that all of these kids saw our setup today and realized they felt like they were being put on TV for everyone. Before the Parade of Champions lined up and got set, they were all over here going, whoa, do you see that? We're going to get interviewed. Yeah. And so we're really excited about that, and clearly they were as well. I wasn't sure the response. Sometimes they're a bit nervous, so we'll see. I think I'm going to keep a word count on how many words I get in response today. But it's great media training for these kids, and above all things, it's really fun for the families back home to see them, and these kids are going to want to look back no matter what they say. They're going to want to see that they did it. So not only are they getting great wrestling experience, they're just getting a great experience in general, and I'm so appreciative to be able to be a part of that for them.
For sure, and we're appreciative to have you here on the air with us. You do such a great job with Matt Side reporting. Also our social media correspondent, so be paying attention to @WestmorelandSN, which is a perfect segue for me. Give us a follow at our Twitter handle @WestmorelandSN, and you'll see a little envelope in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Click on that, add your name, your email, and you can go ahead and shoot us an email, and we'd be happy to give you a shout-out on the air. And I think I need to turn it over to our public address announcer, as we will be bringing you our Parade of Champions, brought to you by Quest School of Wrestling. Here's the Parade of Champs. Thank you for joining us on the Rob Waller's All-American Wrestling Club pre-match show.
Bruce Anderchak. Record of 25-1, 6-time PJW state qualifier and 3-time PJW medalist. From Hempfield at 89 pounds, Nate Caracciolo. Record of 23-1. He's an M3 champ and a WCCA runner-up. At 96 pounds, from Shaler, Brooks Blasco. With a record of 19-0, a state runner-up, 6-time Area 7 champion, 3rd place at 21 state championships, and 6-time state placer. From Butler, Santina Sloboda. With a record of 27-0, 6-time state placer and a 2-time state runner-up. At 103, from Plum, Owen Campbell. Record of 21-4, 3-time PJW state qualifier, PJW state 5th place, Southwest 1st place, and National Junior High 3rd place. From Penn Trafford, Luke DeSantis. Record of 32-2. He's been a Connie champion. At 110 pounds, Zachary Franks from Connellsville. A record of 35-1. He won the Southside Beaver, won North Allegheny, and won King of the Mat. From Norwin at 110, Landon Seiden. Record of 32-0, 2-time state champ. At 117 from Connellsville, Kai Vilema. Record of 35-1, state runner-up 2021. Southside Beaver won at North Allegheny, and 3rd place at Powerade. From Norwin, Jack White. Record of 29-1, Trojan War champ, state 6th place. At 124, from Norwin, Gage Mamie. Record of 30-3, the only Norwin wrestler to ever pin the Grinch at Christmas practice. Also in 21, the Southwest Region State Qualifier. From Ringgold, Christian Lowther, record of 16-4, the 2021 Keystone 7th place. At 132, from Chartiers Valley, Michael Lawrence. Record of 29-2, 21 place 7th at the Keystone States, 1st at Slippery Rock, 1st at Allegheny County Championship, and 2nd at Matt Madness. From Connellsville, Julian Ruggieri. Record of 35-3. His accomplishment was making it to the States. At 140, from Derry, Brady Brown. Record of 27-2. He was the NA champ. From Fraser, Jonah Erdley. Record of 26-1. 4-time state medalist, 21 Powerade junior runner-up. At 147, from Fraser, Jackson Angelo. He has a record of 16-1. From Latrobe, Hunter Snyder. Record of 18-0. At 157, from Highlands, Nezamiro Green. Record of 47-3, 1st at the Connies, 1st at Mad Madness, and 1st at Southside. And from Latrobe, Chase McIntyre. Record of 17-7, 2nd at the Counties. At 172, from Waynesburg, Rowan Tustin. Record of 22-0, 1st at Waynesburg, 1st at Tricata, and 1st at Southside. And from Kiski, Cooper Ross Koski. Record of 24-0, Keystone State Qualifier, Westmoreland County Champion with a GPA of 4.0. Now at 192, from Connellsville, Chris Cook. Record of 26-2, Southside Beaver runner-up, North Allegheny Invitational champion, Indiana Brawl champion. From North Hills, Roman Thompson. He has a record of 24-0, 3 times PJW state champ, 21 Powerade champ, 22 Allegheny County tournament champ, and a 21 South Fayette champ. At 212 from Kiski, Ryder Ekus. Record of 13-1. He was the M3 champion. From Mount Pleasant, Dylan Pitzer. Record of 21-0. 1-time state champion, Westmoreland County champion. And now for the big boys at 252 from Butler, Diamond Cantera. Record of 21-4, 2nd place at NA, 3rd place at South Fayette. And from Moon, Danny Olenek with a record of 8-1, 4th at the NA tournament. He's been wrestling for 9 years. At this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America in the singing of our national anthem. Today, being sung by an 8th grader here from Norwin, Sienna De Jesus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, Jeffy, how about that one? Uncle Jeff or Jeff Shaw back on the headsets with me. That was Sienna De Jesus. And how about this? Our man Ronnie Mancuso from back in the 90s, part of that Hammer House of a wrestling program over at Hempfield. Lots of good times wrestling out there with Ronnie. Ronnie, thanks for checking in with us. That is his niece that was out there singing the national anthem. What a beautiful rendition it was. I want to give a shout out to all our servicemen and women, those who have and continue to serve. Thank you so very much for giving us the very freedom to do what we're doing here today, and that's bringing you some of the best wrestling in the country. We'll get started with 82 pounds. Out there from McGuffey will be Tucker Main. He's in the darker blue navy, if you will. 28-0 record. He'll take on Nico Capusta of Hempfield in the royal blue, silver, and white. Just fired away that low leg single attempt, coming up short. He brings in also an undefeated, a record of 18-0. So a couple of undefeateds. Guess what? Somebody's got to lose.
You know what happens a lot, Chris? This tournament is so outstanding. I can't tell you how many 0-0 records or 0-loss records came in. One loss guys. There was a lot of 2-loss guys that didn't even get seeded. That's how talented the WPIAL, or should I say District 7, is. So Nico Capusta out here for Hempfield going at it with Tucker Main, and we knew from the seeding meeting that this is probably what it was going to come down to. Both these guys, top quality wrestlers, and here we go. They're out of bounds here in the first period. Chris, take it away.
Yeah, 3 periods, 90 seconds each. 2 went out of bounds there, exchanging over-unders. There was a high crotch attempt by Nico. Nice job by Tucker Main to block it off. Almost went for a go behind. Came up a little bit short. Now he's in on a high crotch, looking to change off to the double. Nope, he's going to crack him down to his rump roast. Trying to stay locked in around the chest, but not successfully. It was Nico Kapusta, so Main strikes first, goes up 2-0, 23 and counting down. First takedown, always crucial in these high-level bouts. Now he's working that bar off the left side, takes a peek back at the clock. Let's see if he steps off of the hip. Nice job by Kapusta to not give him the ability to get that bar too deep. Now Mains has it reinforced, and what I mean by that, he has the cross wrist underneath. Short time remaining here in our first bout, 82 pounds. I want to thank you for joining us on the Westmoreland Sports Network for the 10th edition of the Southwest Regional Junior High Wrestling Tournament, brought to you by our friends at Pursuit Sports Apparel. Mr. Sean Kearney, your head official. His side judge is Steve Snyder. Mains will choose the down or defensive position to begin the second period. His objective is to get a one-point escape where he gets back to neutral. Explodes up to his feet, does Mains, trying to post those hands. Nico does a nice job taking advantage of real estate and drives him out of bounds. Only 4 seconds burnt here in the second period. It's going to be an important period here for Nico to keep Tucker down as long as he can. If he can end the period on top, that would be even bigger, huh, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to see Tucker got right up and went right into that shot off of his escape. So he didn't. Yeah, he did get the one and then the two. So enough of a separation from the official here to determine that he did get the escape and then a takedown. Nico's really going to have to get working here on the bottom and come up off there. Maine does a nice job on top riding. I was a little leery and fearful of this going in, so we got to get the first move off the whistle here. He is doing a nice job staying wide. He just needs to get his hips out right now.
Yep, get those hips out. Want to have your head over top of your hips. Head, hips, feet. Nice mat return there by Tucker Main. Just dropped down to the double leg. Little pop of the hips. Brought Nico down. Now Main's going to work with that crossface series. He's got it rolled underneath the chest. So he's probably going to have to look for bundles or Turk. 47 seconds remaining, middle period. Now it looks like he's going to try to change off maybe to the bundle. Nice job by Nico to keep that near hip down, not allowing for the Turk. Now he's giving himself up for the bundle. Now he turns the other hip, and that's the beauty of the crossface series from the top position. You have options depending on what the bottom wrestler does with his hips. Under 30 to go here, still 5-0. Tucker Main. Tucker's a 2021 Keystone State Place winner, also a Southwest Regional champion, Waynesburg Tournament champion earlier this year, and a Southside Tournament champion also earlier this year. Nico, a runner-up at the 2021 U.S. Kids Nationals, runner-up at States, and has a 4.0 GPA. We love to hear the academic success.
Nico's done a nice job throughout this period, not giving in to the bundle, fighting it real hard here, but we've lost a whole period for him on any scoring opportunity, so he really's got to get to work here in the last minute and a half. He's going to go on his feet, which is where I think he needs to go, but he's got to be offensive, Chris.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He missed the reshot opportunity right there. He comes in with a heavy club, has the headlock locked up, and he's got it. Oh, my, 2 and count, and we may be tied up here. Looking for the fall. He's got plenty of time, 1:15. Assistant coaches Alec and Austin Shaw telling him just settle in, stay right there, you've got time. Nice job by Mains trying to bridge all the way through, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Kearney down there looking for it. Oh, can Nico pull off the comeback? Down 5-0. Went in with that heavy club and stepped right in with the hips. Got that headlock. Kearney's down there close. He's got the perfect angle. In there looking for it.
Main is really fighting it hard here.
Nice job by Mains to come off of his back. Don't give up the 2 here at the edge of the mat. He's in pretty good position for the Peterson. Nico doing a good job staying around that side headlock. Let's see if he can pull Mains off and not give up any points. He's still got that side headlock locked. Sean Kearney not calling a stalemate. He's going to let him wrestle at the edge. Nice job. Called potentially dangerous. He's going to throw up 3. Guess what? We got a tied match. 23 to go. Going to have injury time green as Tucker Mains coming up a little bit wobbly there. The Excella Health Sports Medicine Orthopedic team rushes out. This injury time brought to you by our friends at Excella Health Expert Care. Here also joining the party, my good friend, my doctor, Dr. Jim Masterson. We'll take a quick break. We'll return with 82 pounds right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh in-house. At Marino's, we know beer. With 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps, we take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
28-0, 15-0.
15 seconds.
Down. Nico Capusto on top. He's got the long booted on the left, on the right side, cranking on that power half. Short time. We may have a little bit of bonus wrestling for you. Cranking that power half, staying in good positions, got the hips up on top. Short time. Guess what? We've got overtime, and it's brought to you by our friends at the Mat Factory Wrestling Club over in Lower Borough.
Nico on the line, ready to go. You can tell that headlock for the whole third period really took the gas out of Maine right now, but it's overtime. Anything can happen, Chris.
4.5 minutes wasn't enough. We need bonus time. Put a minute up. It is sudden death victory. Shot there by Maines. Blocked off by Capusta. Missed the opportunity for a reshot. See if Capusta clears out here a little bit, gets his offense going. Tucker Maine trying to drag out. He's going to drop down for that fireman's carry. He's got the, nope, there's the two right there, and he's getting back points. Nico realizing he needs to bridge off of his back and does so. No fall, but he will get to 2 and 2. Tucker Maine improves to 29-0. McGuffey has themselves a Southwest Regional champion. Wow, what a good one there. I know that one was really intense for Jeff, watching his wrestler out there. And Jeff, I know we're gonna excuse you from the broadcast booth. Head over there, get out of here, my friend.
Thank you.
I'll bring Hannah on with me wherever she went. No, she's gonna go grab Tucker Maine, our champion. Coming up next, we will have 89 pounds. It'll be 21-1 out of Hempfield. Nate Caracciolo. He will take on Bruce Andrzejczak, 24-1 out of Quaker Valley.
I know a scary moment for you once you got headlocked, but what were you thinking over there, fighting out of that, and then to come back in sudden victory and win?
I was thinking, don't get pinned, keep on fighting, you know? Yeah.
Well, you absolutely kept on fighting, and to now be a champion, how good does that feel?
Feels great.
Awesome. Well, go celebrate, and congrats on your first interview. He was worried, guys, but he just did great. Congratulations, Tucker.
All right, Hannah, thanks so much. Congratulations to Tucker Maine pulling that one out in overtime. Had a 5-0 lead, gave up a 5-point move courtesy of that headlock by Nico Capusta. And now we're seeing the second of 2 Hempfield Spartans in the finals. Caracciolo giving up that 2-point takedown to Bruce Andrzejczak. Again, 21-1 for Caracciolo out of Hempfield. Andrzejczak rocking the black singlet out of Quaker Valley, 24-1. Shout out to the Quaker Valley wrestling team winning the WPIL AA Team Wrestling Tournament, knocking off Borough in the finals, not allowing them to get their 16th consecutive WPIL team title. Shout out to the Borough Bucks as well. Also, Burgettstown, great representation up at the PIAA tournament. Didn't bring home any hardware, but won up there and gave it a good grind. 2-1 now after the escape for Caracciolo. 25 seconds remaining, first period. Steve Snyder, your head official, and his side judge is now Sean Kearney. So a little switcheroo. Looking for that drag. Was Andrzejczak, and getting in on a leg attack. Here's Caracciolo. Let's see if he can finish with short time. Nice job with the whizzer by Andrzejczak. He's going to try to roll all the way through, but no points awarded. So Andrzejczak going for the drag and then dropping right down on that leg attack was Caracciolo, just unable to execute as the time had expired in the first period. Looks like Caracciolo is going to go down. He is. He's behind the line, palms in front. Andrzejczak to cover. Andrzejczak will cover left side. Goes right to that ankle pick on the right, and had a heavy jump chop up on the left side. He's got wrist tied up underneath, trying to go with a high turn is Caracciolo. Still running that cross wrist, now changes it off to a 2-on-1, does Andrzejczak. See if he's looking for a roll through tilt. Now he's going to change to the other side. Gotta love the bouncing from side to side. It can be overwhelming to a bottom wrestler to try to get a plan together to get off the bottom when the opponent on top is jumping from side to side. Now he's reinforcing that tight waist with the right arm, riding that sag chop on the left. You can see there's a good chop, takes Caracciolo back down to his belly. Nice job by Caracciolo, continuing to try to build that base. He needs to stop getting his hands down underneath. Now he's going to reach back for that right leg. Let's see if he can shuck it out. 45 to go here, middle period. Anderchak with a 2-1 lead. You may want to think about letting go because Anderchak's looking for that near cradle. See if he can walk it all together. He's got it locked up underneath. I think the lock might be a little bit buried down near the belly button. He needs to have it up more near to the neck. Under 30 to go. Anderchak takes a peek over to the corner, trying to figure out a way to get himself some near fall points here in the second period. He started the period on top. It would be a victory to finish on top. Bonus if he can get these near fall points, but nice job by Caracciolo to fight off this near cradle. You can see Anderchak adjusting the lock. He's got the leg scoop. Now he's in near fall criteria. Got to break that 45-degree angle. He's able to get himself a 2 count. If you get a 2, 3, or 4 count with exposure, that is 2 points. If you get a 5 count, that is 3. Right there, Mr. Snyder got to a 2 count, so it is now 4-1, courtesy of those 2 near fall points. Anderchak going to go down here in the third. Has a lead, 4-1. Explosive stand up there by Anderchak. Nice bit of riding by Caracciolo, who's got the tight waist with the wing on the left side. Let's see if he can get the mat return. Anderchak blocking off any kind of step out hips, but nope, there's a stall call on Caracciolo. You have 5 seconds to attempt. There's a nice little mat return by Caracciolo. Going to play the edge, down 4-1. So he's going to have to get busy here on top, looking for near fall points, or else cut Anderchak and try to get the takedowns on his feet. Still in the bottom position is Anderchak. Caracciolo covers left side, going for that right ankle, trying to drive. Nice inside trip to return Anderchak back to the mat. Doing a nice job staying on his toes, continuing that forward pressure. He's probably going to have to let go of that right ankle, or Mr. Snyder's going to hit him for stalling again. He very wisely does. He's got a wrist tied up underneath, trying to suck Anderchak back into the middle. 45 to go, final period, and Mr. Snyder will blow them dead out of bounds. 46 to go, 4-1. Anderchak still up at 89 pounds. 15 weight classes, so be sure to hang out with us through all of those. And then stick around for our Smell Kia post-match show, where we'll have a number of interviews, finals recap. Caracciolo does give Anderchak the 1-point escape, 5-1. He's going to try to trade it off, 1 for 2. Caracciolo's going to have to get busy, firing a couple shots. There's 3, there's 4. Now he's in on that single leg. Anderchak digging tight with that wizard. Caracciolo's trying to bring that leg up. Just about half a minute remaining, 5-1. Anderchak up. Anderchak takes a peek back at the clock. He's in good position right here at the edge. Mr. Snyder blows him dead with 26 ticks remaining. Third period, 92 pounds. There are medal mats going on all around us. We will provide you at the end when we do our post-finals recap with each place winner from all 15 of our weight classes. There's a stall call there on Anderchak. That's okay. He'll take it up 5-1. You get one of those. The second one will cost you a point. Anderchak peeks up at the clock. Another shot by Caracciolo. He's going to try to post, and there's that second stall call. Caracciolo able to secure himself a 2-point takedown, 5-4 with that penalty point. So nice little battle back there by Nate Caracciolo. Falls to 22-2. Bruce Anderchak and Quaker Valley has themselves a champ at 89 pounds. When we return, we'll have 96 pounds right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Get Bruce Springsteen, guys. We've got Bruce Anderchak here, your Southwest Regional Champion. Bruce, you got revenge out there. Did you know stepping on the mat what you needed to do because you've lost to him before?
Yeah, I knew I needed to get to my attacks and watch the cradles on bottom. And that's what I did, and that's why I won.
You absolutely did, and that's why you won. Now your first interview as well. How cool is it to maybe get your TV moment after that?
It's awesome. I've always seen wrestlers have to do their interviews after, and I've always looked forward to mine, so I'm happy.
Well, I look forward to interviewing you next time and when you're their age and maybe at national championships one day. Congrats, man. Guys, back to you.
All right, congrats to Bruce Anderchak. And thanks, Anna, for that one. What an exciting young man that is right there. Certainly, especially redeeming that loss to Caracciolo earlier. I know that's always a good feeling to win in the finals, Jeff. You overcome a previous defeat to an opponent. But joining me back on the call now is Jeff Shaw at 96 pounds with 27-0 out of Butler. Santina Sloboda, he is taking on Shaler's. Brooks Blasco brings in a record of 20-0.
Two more undefeated, Chris.
Yep, Sloboda the 1 seed, Blasco the 2 seed.
How many times have we called this where we have two undefeateds in this tournament? Oh, Chris, look at this.
Yep, Brooks Blasco. I'm sorry, that is Sloboda going to get himself a mat slapper. Wow, just 59 seconds into the first period. Santina Sloboda improves his record to 28-0. Butler will stand atop the podium at 96 pounds. You keep it right here. We'll have 103 next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Manor Valley offers 18 scenic holes over gentle sloping fairways and the purest putting surfaces around. Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is the perfect place to host your next golf outing, banquet party, or shower. Manor Valley also offers league play and great membership rates. Tee times available. Call 724-744-4242. Visit ManorValleyGC.com.
All right, we're going to take it right over to Hannah. She's got herself a mat slapping champion.
Listen, you got the first mat slapper, so that's what Chris calls pins. He's very excited, and that was the first time you ever pinned him. You said you've had close matches before, but what do you think separated those close matches from what you were able to go out and do today?
I would just get in my offense, get in my turns, try to do what works best.
Yeah, well, you're also standing here, and he said, this is my first interview ever, guys, as most of them are. So anyone you want to say hi to in that camera?
All my friends at Butler.
Absolutely. They're very proud of you. Congratulations on that quick pin, maybe the quickest one here so far.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Congrats. Go enjoy it. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Hannah. Congratulations to Santina Sloboda as we head into 103 pounds. We'll have 1 versus 2 again. And out of Penn Trafford, the Warriors will send Luke DeSantis, a 30-2 mark. He'll take on a Mustang out of Plum, Owen Campbell, with a 23-4 mark. It's the Mustangs. It's the Warriors. The Warriors rocking their green singlet. The Mustangs in their purple, gold, and black. Again, a number 1 versus number 2 seed. And Jeff, that was something you mentioned during our pre-final show. The efficiency of the seating system here among your committee, over 90%. Yes. Does it work out pretty much as you call them in the seats?
Yep, it really does. Mostly the 1s and the 2s, the 3 and the 4. Sometimes, we've got a lot of quality WPIAL wrestlers. We do it based on, first, head-to-head. We'll go into tournaments, similar tournaments. We pretty much, because a lot of us are coaches, know the level of competition. There might be I don't want to single out any school, but there might be a school that just has a tournament that's not that, built, not that many teams, where then you might go to a North Allegheny or out to a Bellefonte or somewhere where they're getting similar competition and a lot of kids, a lot of quality. And so head-to-heads, quality of tournaments, then records, and we factor all that in to come up with what we need for a seed.
So you're probably wondering, why are we not moving along? Well, Santino went out there and got that 59-second mat slapper, so out of respect, they will wait for the other 96-pound medal round mats to finish up. And over there on mat number 2, we have on mat number 3, Evan Sala out of Mount Lebanon up 3-0 over Jake Wright of Trinity, and that match just ended. And then right here to our left, mat number 4, looks like that just ended, and it did. Is South Fayette's Brock Dennison finishes in 7th place with an 8-1 victory over Calix Kimbrough of Fox Chapel. So right now they are doing the medal presentations for 89 pounds.
In 5th place from Derry, Anthony Rusi.
Give you a little bit of background on Owen Campbell. Again, brings in a record of 21-4, three-time Pennsylvania Junior Wrestling State qualifier. He's also a fifth-place finisher. South Fayette, first place. North Allegheny Junior High, third place. Luke DeSantis out of Penn Trafford was a county champion, and again brings in that mark of 32-2.
Did a lot of wrestling. Both these guys, had a couple losses, but obviously went to some quality tournaments. You're getting a lot of matches in a post-COVID season from last year, but still we're dealing with some of it this year. We're about to get underway with these two young men.
Here we go. DeSantis in the green, lost his ankle band. Fires that shot nicely, blocked off there by Campbell. And it's made up of 3 periods, 90 seconds each in length. Campbell in the purple, DeSantis in the green. There's a shot by DeSantis. Goes against the grain, dumps to the head. Now looking for the funk roll as Campbell. Let's see if he can get all the way through. Nice job by DeSantis trying to hold position and see if he can catch Campbell on his back here. If he can get that right leg back across, he may be able to get himself 2 and some near fall. That's where they need to maybe think about some more NCAA rules with the danger rule there. DeSantis going to reapply that right side ankle band, and I think they're just going to say the heck with it. You're wearing all green. I think I can do it, says Mr. Snyder. His side judge, Sean Kearney's going to fire another shot there. Does DeSantis. This one not as deep as the previous. See if Campbell takes advantage of some defensive scoring. Nice job by DeSantis to regain his feet. And then he's just going to try to bulldog him, but then going with a little bit of cutesy stuff as Campbell playing with the side headlock here is DeSantis. Let's see if he makes a quick turn, and does. Going to get himself into great position. Gets in on that single leg, looking for a chin whizzer. Was Campbell looking for a pull-through finish, going to change off to the double. This time DeSantis not going to give up that funk roll, gets the first takedown of the period here at 103 pounds, 15 seconds remaining first period, and he just got to give it up. He was going. He was relentless, and he was going to get the 2, Jeff.
You know, Chris, you talk about it all the time, the chain wrestling. You see the 3 to 4 different moves that they both went to. One thing wasn't working, they went to another, and DeSantis ended up winning that battle, but the chain wrestling was there. One thing wasn't working, he went to the next, and then to the next. So that's what has to happen, Chris. You talk about it all the time.
Nice little dance move there by Mr. Campbell to avoid Mr. Snyder's disc flip. DeSantis going to go down to start the second. He has a 2-0 lead, and I think that's one of the reasons why we love covering this tournament, because it's a little bit of a preemptive view for us, if you will, to see the greatest to come. We have called so many finalists, so many champions, so many runner-ups in this tournament that are winning state titles at the next level. They're going on to NC2A careers, All-American status, things like that. So it's really great that you guys put this tournament on, again, in its 10th year. 1 point escape there for DeSantis. Looking for a throw by there was Campbell, but he threw by, and DeSantis went right up into that single leg.
That throw was a little bit of slow motion, wasn't it?
It was, and DeSantis took advantage of it and just drove right up into that head inside single. Unfortunately, ran out of real estate under a minute to go, second period. DeSantis looks like he's going to continue that relentless attack over collar tie. Now he's going to post right side, fire another offensive leg attack. It's been all offensive leg attacks for the kid in green. In a little bit of a pickle here. Let's see if Campbell can take advantage of it. You got to be able to score defensively here. If an opponent takes a shot and you can get him extended like this, you've got to score. At least make him pay for it down underneath. He's got that right elbow buried. You saw DeSantis had good grip on it. 2 will go out of bounds. 3-0. DeSantis up, 28 ticks remaining. And again, another head inside single is going to change off to the double. And DeSantis out there having fun now. That 2-point takedown. Nice job from the head inside single. Changed off to the double. Sat Campbell right to his rump roast. Got the 2-point takedown. Spins behind, staying heavy with the chop on the right side. Under 10 to go. Second period.
But you know, it was all set up by being closer on the shot, Chris. He wasn't from too far away, so it just all worked out for him from the length. He's got such tall levers here to work with, and it just worked better because he was in deeper on the shot initially.
I agree, Jeff. He has shot a couple from a different zip code, but that time in much closer proximity. Campbell going to choose the down position, right side mount, going to the left ankle. Is DeSantis looking for a switch turn? Is Campbell, but nice job just driving that right shoulder in by DeSantis. Has those legs all scissored up, trying to work that high leg turkey. He's going to come up, punch the crossface. Campbell closing him off from getting underneath. DeSantis continuing to try to climb. He's going to try to elevate that leg.
You can tell he's starting to feel it here, Chris. He's very confident. He's going from one thing to the other. He knows the guy's just laying there, and he knows he's sitting on a lead, and he wants to look like he's keeping busy, and he's doing so.
Going for third place, Landon Lynn up 5-3 over Emmett Wolf. That's Connellsville and McGuffey going on. And then seventh place, you have Floyd Huff down 5-7 to Evan Tolliver. Tolliver out of Ringgold, Huff out of Waynesburg. And then back here, DeSantis up 5-0. Now he's going to cut Campbell for the 1-point escape. See if he can get into this, back to those offensive leg attacks with 35 seconds to go. And he continues to fire. That time Campbell able to get the lower level.
That's what
Campbell,
it was.
DeSantis kind of slipped off. Campbell spins behind for the 2-point takedown. Now he's going to cut DeSantis, make it 6-3. So just like that, Campbell back into it. 20 to go, third period. 6-3, DeSantis up. Campbell's got that left arm buried way too far. He's not going to be able to spin all the way behind with that arm buried deep. You want to have alligator arms. Short elbows, keep them high. Short time, and it looks like the Penn Trafford Warriors will climb to the top of the podium here at the Castle. Luke DeSantis improves to 33-3, and he is now a Southwest Regional Champion. Don't go anywhere, 110 pounds. Coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The Quest School of Wrestling is celebrating its 18th year of operation. Come meet Coach Jim Akerley and assistant Mason Beckman and see why Quest easily becomes family for your wrestler. The Quest School of Wrestling offers group coaching, open workouts, and private instruction to wrestlers at all levels, from elementary through high school. Call 412-352-3727 or QuestSchoolOfWrestling.com. The Quest School of Wrestling, with facilities open all year round in Washington, PA.
Luke DeSantis, now a Southwest Regional Champion. All your friends were over there to give you hugs after that match. How good did it feel to secure that win and then see them all in your corner?
I'm just so thankful for all my teammates and everything else, my coaches, my family. It's amazing.
You were riding really tough in that match, ended up being key for your victory. Is that something you've been really focusing on this year?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at riding on top. It's definitely one of my skill sets.
Well, it looked good, and it looked like it was working for you. Now I'll send you back over there because they still had some hugs left for you. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Hannah. Congratulations to Luke DeSantis. And he was just relentless on leg attacks, Jeff. I mean, I know Campbell crawled back into the match. A little bit of a lazy shot by DeSantis. Campbell took advantage of it to get back into it. But without further ado, let's jump up to 110. Landon Seiden out of Norwin, 27-0, going to work here on Zach Franks out of Connellsville. Strikes first, actually strikes twice. First, if you will, 4-1, and he's going to go back up on his feet, 4-2. So Seiden wants to put on a little bit of a takedown display here in his home gym, the Castle. Right back in on those offensive leg attacks. This kid is a grinder.
Well, we've seen a lot of kids come through this gym that we can talk about that have gone on to even the NCAA levels, and this is a kid you're going to have to keep your eye on. This kid's the real deal. He does everything very good. And this is a name, you folks, you're going to want to remember because Seiden's going to do something in the future.
Building that lead now 8-3. Seiden your top seed. So another one. Actually, this is a 1-3 as Franks took out Bertucci of Burrell 3-1 in the semifinals. So that'll go against that 90% efficiency there, Jeff. Looking for roll through tilt action. Here is Seiden. He's getting a count, says Mr. Ralph Applequist. Got to a 2 count. He's going to throw him up. He's out of jeopardy. Makes it 10-3. So a point scoring machine here is Seiden. Just about 10 to go, and he's still looking for more near fall. He's got to break that 45-degree angle. Only getting 1 counts. No points for 1 counts. Yep, you can see Ralph saying nope. So nice job there by Franks to avoid more near fall just in the first period, down 10-3. So Franks has his work cut out for him. The flip of the disc will go to him. They tell him to go down, and that's a little bit of punishment considering that Seiden was more or less having his way from the top position. Seiden going to elect to cut or give the 1-point escape to Franks. That'll make it 10-4. Seiden, great forward pressure. I mean, he's just aggressive. kind of an overwhelming style, if you will. He's going to get the throw by, or the shrug rather, gets the 2-point takedown, makes it 12-4, running that tight waist from the left arm. Will drive Franks out of bounds for a fresh start, just 16 seconds gone.
Well, you know, he does everything very physical, Chris.
Yes.
You can just see, you talk about his style. His style is physical, and when he does it, even if it's not going to be to completion, you're going to know that you were hit with a move.
Yeah, he does things with a purpose. He does them to score, but if he doesn't score, you're right. You know you got clubbed.
Yep, and
he's going to
ready
work
for
here
the
on
next
top.
one.
Now he's getting those near fall counts. He's got that tilt, a little bit of bar there on the right side. He needs to watch that elbow. Yep, nice job by Applequist to stop it. Got a little bit ugly, so it's going to be 2 more near fall, make it 14-4. They'll stop it for potentially dangerous. Good thing is our Excella Health Sports Medicine team right over there was right in front of them, and they were probably like, you need to stop that. We don't want to see a blown elbow. Shot attempt there by Franks, but Seiden just pulls that leg back, continues that offensive attack. He's in on that head inside single. Giving up the 2 there is Franks at the edge, make it 16-5 with 35 seconds to go here at 110 pounds. Seiden looking to stay perfect. He's got the reinforced bar tilt. He's going to get himself, how many? Nope. Is he going to give him any near fall? Nope, he's going to give him 2 near fall, so make it 18-5. It's a good shot of Dr. Jim Masterson there in the royal blue. The concussion guru, and also my doctor and good friend, Seton Hill's team doctor. Seiden's going to give the 1-point escape to Franks, make it 18-6, so it's a 12-point lead. If he gets to 15, the match will be over unless he's pinning Franks. That's called a technical fall, and this could do it right here. Little throw by right to his back. Nice job by Franks to fight off of his back. Ralph holding on to 2 and 2, so it's 20-6. He's going to give him another 2, and guess what? That will be a technical fall. So, as you said, learn that name, folks. Landon Seiden. He is a grinder, an offensive scoring machine, and the Knights have a champion at 110 pounds. Don't go anywhere, because Westmoreland Sportsnet will return with 117 pounds. Stay here.
Collision Shop by Jason Mignone is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered on both passenger and heavy-duty vehicle repairs, including scratches, scrapes, and dents, free estimates, body repairs, welding, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our all-new alignment and calibration shop has the tooling, equipment, and staffing to ensure top-quality alignment and calibration adjustments for your vehicle. Our friendly office staff is more than happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit the Collision Shop by Jason for our complete list of services.
Landon, a Southwest Regional champion, maybe one of the most technically sound matches that we've seen so far in the finals. Are those technical skills something you hone in on a lot?
Yeah, so that's all. You have to have good technique to win out there.
I heard also by Chase Kranitz over there, one of the seniors at Norwin, that you're a tough guy to wrestle in the practice room. He doesn't even want to wrestle against you. What do you think makes you so intimidating to go on the mat with?
It's the nonstop pressure. Guys can't take that over a long time on the pace.
Well, Chase Kranitz can't handle the pressure, apparently, is what I'm hearing, and even some other high school guys. So how does having that high school seniority in the room, though, help you as an athlete?
It helps seeing what I want to do when I get up there. Show me the ways how I have to win. Show me all their techniques, how they win.
Absolutely. Number 7 pound-for-pound guy in 7th grade in the country. What are some of your goals?
I want to win. I want to win a state title this year.
All right. Well, we will be cheering for you all the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Hannah. Man, Landon Seiden, number 7 in the country, and he's a grinder, Jeff. He just goes. He wants to score points, and like you said, it was perfect. Even if he doesn't score, you knew he was trying to score.
Right.
Going to bump us up to 117 pounds, where Landon's teammate, and usually this happens, where there's one, there's another one close by, and it will be his workout partner, comes in with a record of 29-1. Now, this is pre-tournament. That is Jack White out there in the blue, white, and gold, and in the royal blue is Frank's teammate, Kai Vilma, 24-1. White scores first, goes up 2-0 here at 117 pounds. This is a 1 versus 2 seed, so another excellent job by the seeding team. And I think we've got a little bit of blood. Yes, we have a leaky faucet out there. Kai sprung a leak, and quickly coming to the aid is our sports medicine team from Excella Health.
Mr. David Snowberger here at Norwin. Good guy, him and his wife both work here for the school.
Another look at that takedown. Ralph out there looking for a little bit of blood. Alan Stahl, our head official. They have 5 minutes of blood time. Once they get it stopped, they'll plug it, and then unlimited cleanup time. As long as it takes. They want to keep our student athletes safe out there.
So Connellsville's been able to put a few guys into the finals here, Chris. They were already leading the tournament at the start of the finals.
Yes.
And just a little background in the history of the tournament. Connellsville as a team has won it 2 out of the 10 years. And most recently, the last one we had in 20 before we lost last year.
Well, Norwin chipping away as they're right on, I shouldn't say right on the hills. They're back pretty far with 171.5. Connellsville has 243. But the Knights, and you saw in the last match, land inside and took out Franks, courtesy of a technical foul, and Jack White trying to make it 2 in a row over the Falcons. But it looks like the Falcons are going to be, I guess we can call them back-to-back, because we didn't have a tournament last year, so heck yeah, it's still called back-to-back.
Well, they're bringing up the next feed for the high school. The high school had a very successful year this year, team-wise. I'm sure they're going to have quite a few individuals also moving on, but here you see the youth part. The middle school is just going to be the next wave for Connellsville down there.
For sure, Connellsville also representing AAA at the PIAA team state tournament last week. Fell short of a bid to bring home some hardware, losing in the Concy semis to Waynesburg, I believe it was, correct?
I believe,
yes. Yes. Here goes White to work on top. He's running that crossface. Maybe trying to make the other nostril bleed as he punched that one in tough from the left side. Under 25 to go. White grinding on top. Nice job poking in that short boot from the left side. Now he's going to change off to the crossface cradle. Boy, was that sneaky. Unfortunately,
the cork came out.
Yep, he punched him too hard, knocked the plug right out, and hurriedly running out there is our Excella Health Sports Medicine. And this blood time brought to you by our friends at Excella Health Expert Care here. We'll be right back. Keep it here.
I've been young as a long time. I've been within the room with some really good guys in college now, and I'm excited to see them come back and help in some of the camps we're going to be going to.
I've been going to these camps my whole life. I've jumped levels. The stuff I learned there I use every single day.
First period action continues here at 117 pounds. Jack White out of Norwin on top, up 2-0. Short time remaining in the opening period. Jack White not taking his foot off of the gas, much like his teammate Landon Seiden, who was just out there. Won by technical fault. What's going on in the other match? Third place, Lucas Barr out of McGuffey up 9-0 over North Allegheny's Griffin Reed. Fifth place, we have a scoreless bout. Tunstall and Rush out of Waynesburg, Tunstall out of Shaler. And seventh place, we have Cohen Buccione up 2-0 over Armstrong's Timmy and Drassi. That one over as it just clicked off of my screen. Vioma down to start the second period. White just continuing. Got that back left leg all laced up. He's trying to slide that left boot in short. Nice job by Vioma to continue to circle right. You can see White grinding on that right ankle, continuing that forward pressure. What he's trying to do is create enough opening to slide that left boot in. Does have a 4-0 lead.
Continues just to bulldog that leg.
He does. He's trying to create that space, Jeff, to throw that left. There he comes with that crossface, and man, was that nasty.
Yeah, knocked
he
the cork
sucked
out.
It right under. Knocked the cork out again. Yep, you can see it laying right there. Now he's going to maybe try to run the crossface cradle, but nice job by Vioma to turn that hip down. Now let's see if he changes off to a Turk. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. You can see him reaching back for the knees. He's going to try to elevate and step through, and Mr. Stahl is going to blow it dead. We will have more blood time brought to you by Excella Health. We're going to keep it here, though. Again, we want to thank you for hanging out with us this afternoon as our 2021-2022 wrestling broadcast series continues right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. The Southwest Regional is brought to you by Pursuit Sports Apparel. Got all kind of youngsters hanging out around us, checking out all the cool technology. You can see a bunch of them there lining the mat. in support of their teammates. Wrestling brings together a relationship, a bond like no other sport. Jeff, you being the first-year head coach of the middle school team over at Hemphill, but certainly not your first year in the coach's corner. Talk a little bit about that brotherhood or sisterhood, even if you have women on your team, that this sport creates.
Yeah, well, we do not have any women on our team, but the growth in the women's wrestling is just blowing up, Chris, as
Exploding.
you know. Yeah, and we can go on to this a little bit more. We're back to live action here with White being on top here with Frank.
Just under half a minute to go, and White trying to work that crossface series once again. You can see Vioma trying to pop the elbow up. White's trying to get between the legs and split them.
Vioma's doing a nice job fighting that off, but it's also he's putting himself also in the pain, and while the nose is bleeding, but he's not turning.
No, he's not turning.
You do what you got to do.
No points for fighting things off, but now he's looking for a Peterson position as maybe he can get himself a one-point escape, but White just being relentless looking for that near cradle, and unfortunately the plug has come out again. They may have to tape this one in. Time does expire in the second period. White does have a 4-0 lead.
Well, White did a nice job on that little flurry there, and as Vioma started to go with his own flurry, he just turned into White's strength in that cradle on the side, but the blood saved Vioma's situation here. So
the leaky faucet, so to speak. We have a young man from Shaler area here hanging out. What's your name, young man? Arian. Arian, do you wrestle? All right, what grade are you in? 4th grade. All right, we going to see you out here someday? All right, I hope so. It's awesome. The little ones want to come back and check out all the cool technology. It is pretty cool. Doesn't that look like, if I said Atari joystick right now, Arian would be like, what's Atari?
I don't know Atari.
He would have no idea what an Atari is, but that's how he controls that robotic camera. I want to say a shout out to our man, Nick D'Onofrio, up behind camera number 1. White covers left side, third period up 4-0. No, it is second period. There was short time remaining, and they put time back up. So I lied. I fibbed. Fake news here. We go to the third period, and we'll start neutral. Shot fired off there by Vioma, blocked off by White. Well, I'd like to see White inside and get after it in the wrestling room, Jeff. How fun would that be?
It would, and I'm sure they do.
I'm sure Coach Kyle Martin somewhere here in the house is excited for these two young men as they develop and move themselves along up to the varsity program. Norwin Knights semifinalist in the WPIL team tournament, losing to Waynesburg, eventual third place finisher at the PIAA AAA state tournament last weekend. Under a minute to go, still 4-0, shot there by Vioma. He was in kind of deep. Nice job by White to get that leg back, but Vioma's like a snapping turtle on that leg, not letting it go, trying to drive up, look for the trip. Don't do that, get yourself extended. He tried to sit White. White, great wide base, good hips, good core strength.
Just really stayed wide and stayed heavy on those hips, pressing down on Vioma, and that just now he's extended.
Inside out on the ankle, and Vioma lost the cork again, and he's got it all over his arm. We're going to have a bit of cleanup. We will take a break. We'll be right back on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The OMP system is designed to help enhance wrestling skills for athletes all over Western Pennsylvania and Eastern Ohio. Our techniques teach wrestlers to develop muscle memory in a wide range of areas in order to connect multiple skills together from moderate to advanced. We strive not only to develop better wrestlers, but also better students and teammates with life lessons that will outlast their days on the mat. Above all, it is our passion that sets OMP apart from the other clubs. For more, check us out at ompwrestlingclub.com.
Alongside Jeff Shaw, I am Smitty, and great production work there as our Excella Health Blood Time continues here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. They have stopped the blood time. It is now all clean up, and Jeff, there was a lot to clean up, certainly.
There was, and now he's down to 1:45 left on the 5 minutes of blood time that we started with. So they're not going to tape him up at this point. Nobody wants to be, but I think they're saying, no, we're not going to tape up until we absolutely have to, but We still got time left for him to pop his corks or have his faucet leak again, Chris. We'll see what happens.
Yep,
I know it's frustrating for White.
And
that's
it's going to be a false start. Yep, that'll be a second. Next one will cost him a point. He's going to get in on another leg attack. Defended off nicely here again by White. White in good front head and arm position. Let's see if he can score defensively. Nearly did in that last exchange before it was blown dead for blood. He's trying to circle to the left. He's got that right arm buried way too deep. You can see Vielma has a good grip on it. Yep, he's controlling the elbow, not allowing White to go behind, and I think we may finish this one without any more blood time. But it's back-to-back Knights winning it here at the Castle. This time it's Jack White will climb himself to the top of the podium. A little bit of excitement out of Mr. White. We're going to keep it here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Man, that was a long one, huh, Chris?
That was a long one. I think people may have had time to go out and get themselves a hot dog. I asked my man Arian here, I said, hey, during this break, I'm going to go get a hot dog. Will you take the headset? He declined, but we'll have 124 pounds coming up next. They're introducing our podium for 110 pounds, but 124 pounds out of Ringgold, Christian Lowther. And then also representing Norwin, the Knights, 3 in a row, Gage Mammy. We'll send it over to Hannah.
Guys, he said it took too long. I know the blood time had to have been frustrating, but you were able to capture that victory in the end in a very solid way. Great technique, heavy on the hips to avoid any last period scares. What is it about that match that you were just hoping it would eventually just be done and you could just be a champion?
I just wanted to pin him. I needed him more because my teammate keeps taking my pin record, so I need to get that back.
Well, it seems like you guys have a great practice room as well. Back-to-back champions and more Norwin Knights to take the mat. How has that benefited you in your wrestling career, having a competitive practice room?
I have a good partner for every weight, and it just gets me better in a lot of different positions.
Well, hopefully more pins to come then, so you can keep that record. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
117.
All right, here we go at 124 pounds. Thanks for that, Hannah. Yes, I would love to see White inside and grind it out in the wrestling room. Out there, Mammy's in on that single leg. Lowther fighting it off, trying to get inside out on that right ankle. Mr. Orris is our head official, and he's joined by side judge of Mr. Walton. You can see Lowther trying to pull out inside out on that ankle. Nice job by Mammy. He is locked on that leg as we're 30 seconds in. Now he's going to change off to the double. He's going to have to drive up to his base and do a knee slide.
First name, Josh.
Now Lowther's going to get the go behind takedown. He was looking for that near cradle, head-to-head in his side, and Mammy just let it go. Lowther goes up 2-0, says Josh Orris, again our head official. 38 seconds remaining. It's important for him to try to get that 1-point escape now. Don't finish the mat on bottom, down 2-0. Lowther doing a nice job keeping that back left leg all tied up. The Ringgold Rams and the Norwin Knights here at 124 pounds. Lowther 18-3 coming into the tournament, and Mammy 27-3 coming into the tournament. Lowther, your 5th seed, taking down the top seed, Matrish out of Penn Trafford, 9-3. So a pretty convincing win there in the semis. Mammy a 5-1 winner over Kerr out of Hampton in the semifinals. Finds himself on the final stage here at the Castle. Finds himself down 2-0. He's going to defer choice.
Mammy's going to choose the down position. He has an interesting fact that he listed on his paper for the Parade of Champions here. He is the only Norwin wrestler in history to pin the Grinch at the Christmas practice. They do something fun here where Santa and the Grinch wrestle, and Mammy actually pinned the Grinch afterwards. So go ahead.
Flick. I'm going to give Flick the headset. I should be fired. I have it absolutely backwards. Mammy is up 2-0, not Lowther. Their singlets closely resemble one another, but still my mistake. I apologize. Again, fake news here.
Navy and gold, both of them. So,
yep. Now Mammy going to work. High boot on the left side. Burns 30 seconds using his head in the back of Lowther's head. Showing a little bit of love there. Now he's going to go to work with the power half. You can see Lowther just kind of staying balled up. So when you have one good one, I said you have two. Now we found ourselves a third in Mr. Mammy, who continues to grind on Lowther. Now he's got that power half locked up. He's got the shoulder up. He's going to get out there and run it. Nice job by Lowther to fight down that half, because that was pretty deep. Needs to get off of his belly. Avoid any further punishment there by Mammy on top. Mammy, you can see he's using his own head in the back. Now he's using that forearm. And you can't score when your head is on the mat. Young wrestlers, don't wrestle with your face on the mat. Under 15 to go. 2-0, but a very convincing, a very controlling 2-0 lead here for Gage Mammy out of Norwin, looking to make it 3 nights in a row at the top of the podium. Short time, and that'll do it for the middle period. We'll head to the third. Mammy up 2-0. He going to take the down position, and no, he's not. He's going to come over here and get his bloody lip looked at. Somebody's got blood. They're trying to figure out who has blood. Got a little bit of a bloody lip despite having a mouthpiece in. I think they said no blood time. They're just doing a little bit of cleanup. We had the opportunity to call the Ringgold Rams varsity team last Wednesday over at the Lions Den at Greensburg-Salem. Ringgold took away a win from the Golden Lions on their senior night in the celebration of 800 team victories for the Golden Lions. What a celebration it was. If you missed it, you can go back to the archives at westmorelandsports.com, where you can for any of our broadcasts, including these championship finals. You can go back and watch them anytime. 2-point reversal for Mammy, building that lead.
Mammy came straight to his feet real quick, attempted like a bit of a back chin whip, but quickly went away from that and then just basically did a spin, standing switch on him. So real quick reversal.
Chain wrestling, nice exchange there by Mammy. It says 2-0. Is it?
No, it's 4-0.
Okay.
And I can see why you make that mistake. Norwin has the same exact singlet that Ringgold is wearing. They have that seatbelt gold with Norwin across the chest, so it's an easy mistake, Chris. Don't worry, don't sweat it.
You know me, I don't like to be the CNNs of wrestling broadcasting. As we approach 30 seconds, Mammy still has the 4-0 lead, commanding too. Another breakdown there of Lowther continuing to work that power half. He's got the back left leg all twisted up. So a lot of talent here early on for the Norwin Knights, and as I said before, I'm sure head coach Kyle Martin is excited to have these three young men come up as Chase Kranitz is hanging out with our Hannah Mears right next door.
Well, they do. They have a lot of good talent that is going to actually reload here for Norwin as they lose a couple. They are going to lose Chase Kranitz to go into Buffalo this season after graduation, Chris. So that's going to conclude this one with a 4-0 victory for Mammy over Lather.
3 nights in a row. And the Mears will catch up with Mammy here in a little bit. We'll have 132 pounds coming up. We're going to keep it here. Out of Connellsville will be Julian Ruggieri. That's a household name for the Connellsville Falcons, and he'll take on Michael Lawrence out of Chartiers Valley. But we're going to send it over to Hannah as soon as Mammy gets his beautiful blonde locks all straight. You good? You ready to go? Go ahead, Hannah.
Gage, you might have the nicest hair in the tournament. I wish mine looked like that after I got all sweaty. But also the singlet, I heard, is passed down from a Norwin great, Curtis Phipps. Do you think that singlet has anything to do with the success we're seeing out here?
He maybe, really drove me forward, right? Passing it down to me being a leader in the middle school room and everything, just maybe have more drive to win this tournament,
Yeah, and speaking of that drive, what do you think it was out there to help you find that success? You were pretty fired up after that match, so I'm sure you expected it to be good.
Yeah, so 2 years ago I actually got out the first day of this, and just, wanting to come back and get that win really helped me out,
What do you think's been the biggest difference from you 2 years ago and right now standing here with me today?
Practice partners in the room, I got the best of the best. Landon, Jack, all them helped me out,
It seems to be that way, and I know that match was very exciting, but I heard you also were the only wrestler to pin the Grinch. I have to know a little bit more. How was pinning the Grinch?
Yeah, well, I didn't really pin him, but Drew was the Grinch that year, and I had to, put it out there, and yeah.
All right, well, a lot has happened for you in the past couple years, but today, just a champion. Congratulations, man. Proud of you. Guys, back to you. Chris, I expect your hair to look like that next time.
I will grow it out for you, Hannah, I promise. I just got myself a nice haircut, got myself lined up for today's championship finals. We said this is always one of our favorite, and so far it's Michael Lawrence's favorite out of Chartiers Valley as he strikes first with that 2-point takedown here at 132 pounds. He's taking on Julian Ruggieri.
Yep.
Okay, I said it right. Now Lawrence going to work on top. He's got the cross face. He's looking for a bottom leg Turk. He steps all the way through, but unable to step all the way through and catch that leg. See if he turns it over to a bundle. No, he's going to stay with the Turk. John Walton, our head official for this one, out there looking for a near fall. You have to break at 45-degree plane. Man, Lawrence is relentless with his bottom leg Turk. Gotta love it. Great top wrestling here so far this afternoon, Jeff. And I think that's one of the notables that Pennsylvania is always known for, is their top wrestling, mat wrestling.
Oh, think back to the wrestlers that have come through here that know how to run legs and just have done a great job. You saw a little bit of it here with him running a side leg or a side boot, if you will, and then Turk in the leg. I mean, we do a nice job working on top, and you got to hand it to him. Sharp Valley come in here. I think this wrestler, he was not seeded as highly, but made it to the finals. He was
6'4". Yeah, we have a 6'4" final here. So Lawrence, the 6 seed, beat the 2 seed Horwath out of Derry 5'3", and Ruggieri, your 4 seed, with a fall in 252 over West Allegheny's Smith in the semifinals. So a couple of upsets maybe to these 2 young men. They weren't upsets.
Not to them, no.
They're here. Lawrence now going to work with the seatbelt tilt. He's got it reinforced, and he is holding on to 2. Mr. Walton is. He's out of jeopardy. There's the 2-point award for Mr. Walton. So Lawrence builds his lead now 6-0, continuing to work that cross wrist underneath. Ruggieri trying to pill hands, does so successfully. He's got his arms out in front of him. Now he needs back pressure and come to his feet. Quit reaching in for hands, because that's what Lawrence wants. Under a minute to go, second period. Ruggieri up to his feet. Beautiful mat return by Lawrence. Wrestling at the edge of the mat, 40 seconds, middle period, 132 pounds, just about halfway through. This
nice lifting mat return here.
8 of 15 finals. Under 30 to go. Lawrence now running that crossface from the right side. Ruggieri back up to his base. Lawrence takes a peek up at the clock. It's going to be stalling on the bottom, man, so Ruggieri guilty of stalling. Goes for a roll through, but rolling right with him was Lawrence. Lawrence peeks back at the clock, sees 10 seconds. Comes Ruggieri up to his feet, looking for a standing switch, but time will expire. Lawrence up 6-0. Chartiers Valley Colts. Lawrence going to choose the down position to begin the third. Ruggieri to cover. Trying to throw that boot in is Ruggieri, but catching it was Lawrence. Lawrence going to try to shuck it out and then step all the way across. Nice job by Ruggieri to regain the hip. He was able to hip ice off that right side rump roast and come back up on top. There goes the long boot. Now going to work on top. Here's Ruggieri looking for a banana split. Oh, man. Way to mule kick out of it by Lawrence, or else he was going back in what we call the banana split. And no, Latrobe did not invent the wrestling version of the banana split. But however, you know, I've never had a banana split in my life. I've never had one. I think I need to have one.
Well, I know I haven't either, because I'm not a real banana fan when it comes to ice cream, but
Really?
that's just me.
You don't like to mix your fruit and ice cream. And Flick even said he doesn't think he's ever had one. And he's from neighboring Dury area. Dury area. And Lawrence continuing to grind here on top. Ruggieri does have one stall call. He's up 8-0 is Lawrence. So the Colts looking to climb to the top of the podium here at the Castle. What a beautiful field house this is. It's absolutely gigantic.
Love coming here, Chris. Love it, and I love seeing the wrestling mats cover this basketball floor.
Now, Jeff, you graced the presence of the corners of these mats for a couple years with head coach Vince DeAugustine before heading back over to Hempfield with our good friend Vinny D.
And we got to thank the boosters of Norwin here. They always do a great job over there in the cafeteria and provide a great opportunity for all these fans to have some great food. So,
Michael Lawrence, your champion, 8-0. The Colts got themselves one to the top of the podium. We will take a break, and we'll have 140 pounds coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Dr. Scott Learn and his dental team have been caring for the community for over 20 years. Dr. Learn offers a wide variety of dental services, including oral exams, gingivitis treatments, crowns, veneers, and more. He even makes custom sports mouth guards. Call 724-537-3314 or visit scottelernDMD.com. Dr. Scott Learn General and Cosmetic Dentistry in Latrobe, giving you the confidence to enjoy your smile.
Welcome back. We are with our newest champion, Michael Lawrence. Michael, you've had a great tournament so far, coming in as the 6th seed. You've had to upset a lot of top guys. What has been the reason for your success at this tournament?
I think neutral was like my best move, and I just killed everybody with neutral.
And you've never wrestled him before, so what was your mindset going into that match, knowing that you really didn't know what to expect?
I saw him wrestle a little bit earlier. I just knew what he was going to do.
Standing here as a champion now, how good does it feel? We see your fans gathering around for your interview. Pretty exciting?
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and enjoy it with all of them. Guys, back to you.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much, and congratulations to Mike Lawrence, an 8-0 champion out of Chartiers Valley. We've got extra time over there for 3rd place. Sudden victory was not enough, so we're in the rideouts. Who is that over there? It's Mason Horwath out of Derry, 21-1, and Cooper Smith out of West Allegheny. There's a discussion at the head table. I think they might have been looking for an escape. Is that Drew Phipps?
That is Drew Phipps. So I was going to comment about that before because the Norwin wrestler commented that Drew was there and he actually had to wrestle him. He was the Grinch. So,
okay.
You look at Drew Phipps over there. You're talking about a standout product of Norwin. He goes to Bucknell, has a great year there, or a great career there. Cut a little short with the COVID thing. He was all, on pace to do great things in his senior year at the NCAAs, and then that was kind of cut short. So he was able to come home from the NCAAs, get started with his life. So he actually applied to go over to Seton Hill and is the assistant coach over at Seton Hill.
Yeah, the grad assistant.
And you can see him in the stripes right now. He's also officiating, so he's not wasting any time with getting involved with things.
No, he's not. And his younger brother, Curtis Phipps, also doing great things up at Bucknell. And Bucknell, how about them last night? Had a hell of an evening against Oklahoma. Well, not a hell of an evening, but a couple of big upset wins. Nick Delp with an upset win over a ranked opponent, and also Hartman out of Bell Vernon.
That's great.
Now up there as a Bison with a win over 8th ranked Kyle Martin. How about the Knights? Thanks to at Westmoreland SN for being an awesome advocate for the sport. You guys rock, and the sport is better because of your coverage. Thank you so much, Coach Martin.
And Drew's brother, Curtis, was there, who he had to take on last night. Fix.
Yes.
And I believe that was the first time he's ever been tech-followed in his high school and collegiate career.
Okay.
Or maybe even ever, I think his dad said. No, nothing in middle school, high school, and the first one. But, hey, you're talking about a 7th-year senior in Fix and a redshirt freshman in Curtis Phipps.
Sure.
So there's no
hang
shame
your head,
in that,
Curtis.
right?
Don't hang your head, brother. We're in ultimate tiebreaker right now. Comes Smith up to his feet. And I can't believe they haven't blown it dead. I think now they're going to blow it dead with a stalemate. And I shouldn't say that. The rules are silly. They should allow wrestling to continue. I know in college they do, but in high school, when the wrestler is not grounded at all on top, they stop it. There goes Horwath trying to throw the boots in. 2-1, and Horwath's going to hold on for the 3rd place spot on the podium at 132 pounds. They'll do the awards for 124 pounds. Are we going to keep it here? Do you want to take a quick note? We're going to keep it here, says our producer extraordinaire, Dan Flickinger. Don't forget, see a little envelope up there? Flick doesn't have enough to do, so I'm going to make him check his email. You'll see that envelope. Click on it, put your name in, put your email in, send us a message, give a shout out. We'd love all of the interactive messages we get from all of you, our fans. You're the reason we do it, you and the kids. We love it. But here we go. Jonah Erdley out of Frazier at 140 pounds will take on Brady Brown of Derry area. So the Derry area Trojans rocking the blue and gold. Erdley out there in the white representing Frazier.
You're going to have to watch out for this young man moving forward too. Erdley out of Frazier. He's a 4-time state medalist. This year is a Powerade junior runner-up. Runner-up being his only loss of the season. You're talking about an 8th grade out there that's rocking a mustache right now. So this is a man out here right now wrestling. He does not get that takedown out of bounds. Coach Kenny's a little bit upset. He's going to have to get back in his seat. He's going to, actually, Teddy's going to confer with Phipps, and he's going to say, did you see it? No, I did not. So we're going to say no points awarded here. Erdley's going to put his
He does have a great stash. I'm sorry.
8th grade, though.
Yeah, it's
8th
crazy.
grade.
Hell, he might have drove here.
But the technique that this young man possesses right now as an 8th grader, you know, you and I both, we've seen a lot of wrestlers, and when you see a guy that has the skill, the talent, and the ability, it stands out. And I'm telling you, folks, remember this name here for this young man from Frazier as well.
Erdley, your top seed. Brown, your 2nd seed. And Frazier, you know, best known for the Lawrences. But now we got Erdley coming up through, so high competitive wrestling continues over there at Frazier. Brown trying to drop down underneath for a leg attack. Needs to clear those ties. Teddy Gonder, your head official. Drew Phipps, his side judge. Teddy has been officiating for an awfully long time. A legend. He was officiating me when I was 8 years old.
Right.
He's been in the game now for 58 years. Wow. How about that? Under 30 to go, still scoreless here at 140 pounds. Erdley and Brown. Gonna have to take a stab in the dark and say that Brady Brown is the son of Jason Brown, who I wrestled against in high school. His father at Derry. I'm sure Jason is around here somewhere as Brady drops underneath for a shot. Looking to score defensively is Erdley. Short time, he's gonna have to go fast. Nice job by Brown to control that elbow, not allowing Erdley to spin behind. So we'll go to the second scoreless, and I believe this is the first match with no takedown scored in the first period.
Yeah.
So we've got a burner here at 140 pounds.
You mentioned
shot
about
of Hackman, Coach Hack, getting his coaching shirt back on this year. A little bit of coaching regime change over there at Derry area. Troy Dolan taking over at the varsity level and was able to convince Hack to come back out and take over the junior high program and get that wrestling program back to where it should be. Derry, very competitive junior high team and a bright future for them coming up as Erdley's trying to get off of the bottom. He's going to try to Gazzoni out here. He's going to bring that arm over his head. Brown's going to maybe try to throw boots, and I ill-advise because he's getting high, but he's trying to regain his balance, but slips off the right side. Erdley gets the 2-point reversal. Just 30 gone here in the middle period. Not a time to lay around. You got to score.
Another Derry product in the corner there, and Jason Baker assisting on this middle school team. Name that you remember going through, Derry.
Erdley working that bar from the left side, but Brown being stingy, not giving it up. 35 to go, second period. Erdley up 2-0. I'm going to ask Flick, what is Frazier's nickname? Because Flick knows all these. The Commodores. So the Commodores looking for a champion. Yes, anytime you need to know who a nickname is, call Flick.
My brother and former broadcast partner Ryan, driving back from his wrestling event, said, "Great job, guys. Just tuning in on his drive home." So, and one of the founders of this tournament, I might add.
Yes, indeed. And congratulations to his daughter, was South Carolina state champion.
Girls state champion, yes. Won 3 matches to become that in her first year of wrestling.
She's a Shaw. She's got it in the blood, so congratulations. Women's sports, we alluded to it earlier, is just absolutely exploding. I don't know what the sanction count is up to in the state of Pennsylvania, but I know it's in the mid-30s probably. Recently adding was Kiski, Southmoreland. So big.
Norwin has some female wrestlers also. I mean,
are they sanctioned team yet?
I don't know, not yet.
2-0, third period. We're neutral. Erdley almost able to get himself a pancake as Brown kind of lost his balance but quickly regained. Great athleticism and core strength displayed there by Brady Brown. Over under, Brown down 2-0. He's going to have to get to his offensive leg attacks. He's going to have to finish hard. Under a minute to go. Erdley's going to drive Brown off, still neutral. This is a 1-2 final. Snap down there by Erdley. He's going to try to go underneath. See if he can cut the corner. He's got that right elbow buried deep, and Brady's got good grip on it. Now trying to go inside out on the ankle, cut around that left corner. Gets Brown flat. Let's see if he can go all the way around, hook that leg, and does so. Gets the, oh, no, not yet. Nope, Condor waves it off. And look at this, Brown regains his base. Trying to get in on that right leg of Erdley. If he can drive through it, knee slide to it. Erdley, if he can get stepped over here, I think he might have himself a cradle locked up. Yeah, Erdley gonna put the head in his side. He does have the cradle locked up. Now here comes Brown driving up into that high crotch. Short time to go, and there is the 2 as Erdley knocked him down to the hip, has it locked. So the Commodores have themselves a champ. Jonah Erdley will climb to the top here at the Castle. Keep it here, 147 pounds. Coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
What keeps me coming back to Comrades is I know I'm in a good haircut every time I go there. And I know the people are going to be cool there, the vibe's going to be cool, and it's just going to be an overall good experience.
Consistency in haircuts, great atmosphere, everybody's friendly. It's like cheers, everybody knows your name, and it's always a good time.
I always walk in and I'm like, I wonder what the vibe's going to be today. And I'm never disappointed.
Jonah, congratulations on the championship. Coach Kenny over here said, hey, a win's a win, we'll take it. We know that's his takeaway, but what was yours?
I felt like I could have wrestled better. Got to my offense a little bit more. But like he said, a win's a win. We'll work on it.
He's also a very enthusiastic coach in the corner. I'm curious what he's like overall in the practice room and how you like that from his vocalness in the corner.
Yeah, I like it. Gets me fired up, keeps me in it. And I like him as a coach.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. A win's a win, guys, and he sure got one today in the finals.
Jonah, big shout out. Love the stash, bro. It's a good stash. Like I said, he's going to drive home after this one. Moving up to 147 pounds, it'll be Hunter Snyder out of Greater Latrobe. A couple of Matt Cats coming up here back to back. Snyder comes in perfect on the year, and he'll take on another wrestler in Frazier's, Jackson Angelo. Brings in a 21-4 mark. So former Seton Hill great Ty Kinney makes himself a nice posted spot in the corner here for these championship finals, and he's watching his second wrestler, Angelo, in on a nice deep high single, brings it all the way up. See if he can finish here quickly. Back down to the mat. Nice job by Snyder digging in on that wizard. He's going to try to square up, comes back out in front. Now going to peek out the back door is Angelo. He's going to dump off to the right side and see if he can come all the way out the back door, and he does. Jackson Angelo goes up 2-0.
To 11 o'clock. Yeah, Frazier's fortunate. They've got some great mid to upper weight wrestlers right now. We went up against them and had no chance. I thought it was like middle school versus high school when we got to 145. They were like all men. So they've got a good little room over there going right now. And I like to see Tyler Kenner over there in the corner.
Buck Watkins, also the skipper of the varsity team. Shout out to him. Also a Hempfield grad and a Seton Hill University Griffin, as Hunter Snyder able to cut that lead in half 2-1 with that 1 point escape. Drew Phipps, your head official. Mr. Davido, our side judge out of Plum. See if Snyder can get on his offensive leg attacks. He's going to shoot that heads up double without a setup. Can't do that against a high caliber wrestler like Jackson Angelo. Again, Snyder brings in a perfect record. Came in 18-0, assuming he had a few wins on his way here. 1-2, so he is 20-0. But right now, staring down the barrel of his first loss of this season, down 2-1, plenty of time to go, no time to panic, 3 minutes. Angelo going to choose the down position to start the second. Snyder needs to go to work here on top. Congratulations to the varsity Matt Cats, making it all the way to the PIAA team tournament. Came up just short of bringing home hardware, but nonetheless, great display up there by the Matt Cats. Trying to get that boot in on the left side is Snyder. He's trying to stretch it all the way out. He's a little bit high. Angelo going head hunting. If he get this left arm out and start to push on the the rump roast, and now he's going to catch him in a bottom leg cradle. Snyder able to roll all the way around, and I don't know if we can catch that on replay,
wow.
but Ty Kinney just jumped about 6 feet in the air. I'm pretty sure he jumped his height.
He did, and he was in a bicycle mode when he did it. Those legs were cycling.
Yes, they were. He was excited. He thought Angelo was going to be able to catch Snyder in a bottom leg cradle, and if you've never been in a bottom leg cradle, chances are you're not getting out of it. Now he's running the cross-face cradle. Now he's going to get himself out of position. Maybe Snyder has an opportunity to score here. Down 4-1, 30 to go. Brings it all the way up. He's going to drop that left toe down. I think more or less Angelo gave him the 1-point escape. 20 to go. 4-2 the lead. Snyder will have choice going into the third. 2 shoot at the same time. Look like a couple of Rams. Snyder going to drive Angelo off with 12 remaining.
Snyder, the 1 seed versus the 3 seed. Both men pinned their way to the finals. This has been a tough battle so far, 4-2 in the second period, 12 ticks left. Great battle going on, Chris.
Indeed it is, Uncle Jeff. 147-pound final. We'll get to see Chase McIntyre. Also have Greater Latrobe next, and man, wow, that was quick. Is Angelo able to get himself 2? No back points, though. Nope. Time had expired. Nice job by Mr. Davido to jump in there and say, hey, time. But he got the 2-point takedown, and that was tight. Another look at it right there. So Snyder in a little bit of a hole. He's going to have to get busy. Down into a front head and arm. Let's see if he can score out of it. He's got that elbow nice and high, trying to cut the corner on Angelo. He's got the head buried in the hole. Trying to cut all the way around the left. Now he finds himself in on an offensive leg attack. Got himself extended, though. Now going all the way around for the spin drill. Young wrestlers, that's why we spin drill right there. 8-2 the lead. Jackson Angelo looking to make it back-to-back Commodores. Boy, Ty Kenny is as intense as they come. His face is as red as his jacket. And he's got the garden hose popping out of his neck there. Comes Snyder up to his feet. Angelo's going to give him the 1-point escape, make it 8-3. Firing the shot there is Snyder. He's shooting with no setups, Jeff. And
he
at
really
this level,
isn't.
you can. And there's another no setup shot, but this time it worked for Angelo.
Snyder is no slouch of a wrestler by any stretch, but the Commodore right now, his set of hips just so much better and stronger. His side-to-side motion is just putting Snyder on his back right now for a near fall with 19 seconds left to go.
Angelo, your third seed, got here by way of 2 falls. So did Snyder. Now Angelo looking to make it 3. He's got 10 seconds left to get it. He's going to bury the half on Snyder. Snyder using his left hand to post up. Drew Phipps going to make an adjustment for a better view. And there it will end. The Commodores back-to-back champions. This time it's Jackson Angelo with a 13-3 and convincing win over Hunter Snyder. Keep it here. We'll have 157 coming up next.
Smale Kia doesn't have time in this 30-second commercial to read all the great reviews about the all-new 2022 Kia Forte. Here's some of the highlights. Right now, get special low 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the highly acclaimed 2022 Kia Forte. Shop our inventory or reserve your new Kia. 24/7 online at smalekia.com or Route 30 East Greensburg.
All right, back here to the castle. Anna, we're going to send it over to you as you have a very excited Jackson Angelo. Go ahead, Anna.
He just said he's very emotional. Well, so was his coach as he almost just threw him over the chair after he won. I'm glad you're okay and able to talk after that. But back-to-back wins for you and your teammate. Describe those emotions that you were just saying are coming out.
Me and him both worked really hard in the wrestling room. This match, it don't even matter. This is just more practice to get the States. We're going to have to face each other again eventually.
Looks like a lot of what you have been practicing was working out there. Hunter Snyder, a guy not even easy to get to his legs sometimes, and he found himself on his back quite a few times. What was working for you offensively to have that dominance?
Pushing the pace. I controlled the pace, and I won 10-3. Last time, feet were planted like concrete blocks, lost both times.
Well, we're getting bumped all over here, and I think you still have some fans that would like to congratulate you. So congratulations from me, and go ahead and celebrate with everyone else.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Hannah. Congratulations to Jackson. He's being embraced by his teammates. Obviously, very hard worker right there, and they're very proud of him. But here we go, 157 pounds. It's Snyder's teammate out of Greater Latrobe, Chase McIntyre. And he is going to take on, you're going to have to help me with this, Jeff.
Nezumiro Green.
Nezumiro Green out of Highlands. And Nezumiro wasting no time in on that high single, brings it all the way up. And he will strike first to go up 2-0.
Little background on Highlands here. They showed up yesterday. And when I say showed up, they showed up. No idea they were coming. No check, no nothing. We had no idea where they're coming. You know, one thing we're about is never denying any wrestlers or any wrestling team. There's some false or no communication. So this is a young man that should have been seated in this tournament, but we had to just put him in. So he's a guy that went unseated, but is now in the finals here today, Chris.
We have two unseated wrestlers here in the finals. Chase McIntyre and Nazamiro both unseated. Nazamiro making his plea for the top spot on the podium here at the Castle. Holding on to 3 near falls, Mr. Dapido. As soon as he comes out of jeopardy, he will award those 3 near fall points. And I got to give a shout out to my good friend Mike Powers, owner and operator of Gatto down in Irwin. We might have to go there after this, down to Gatto. My little cousin Lucas Altier hasn't missed a match all day on your stream. He's a big Norwood fan. And from all of us at the Westmoreland Sports Network, Lucas, happy birthday. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We hope you have the best birthday ever. Powers, we'll be down to Gatto after this. I am hungry.
Nezumiro got 3 near fall out of that. He is up 5-0 at the end of the first period here, Chris.
Nice.
Snyder, or did I say Snyder?
Yeah, you did. That's okay.
That's
it's
from
Chase
the last
McIntyre.
one. Hey, we were going back to back with Latrobe Wildcats here, and this is McIntyre. So, choice here.
Going to go neutral. All right. So the team that just showed up is making their plead for the top spot on the podium, and he's back in on that single. He's trying to turn it into a dump. Now he's going to go up to the head, and that's what you got to do. Right off of the takedown, look for the pinning combination, and Nazamiro, the Highland Ram, gets himself a mat slapper as he brushes off the left shoulder.
He sure did, Chris.
Wow. So a team that just showed up and get a point from the coach's corner over there might have to keep an eye on this young man. They call him Nezumiro Green, and he improves his record to 7-0. Our Hannah Mears will catch up with him next when we return right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Drive one today for $239 a month, plus an industry-leading 10-year warranty. The all-new Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Get thunderstruck.
Nezumiro, a champion here at Southwest Regionals, and a mat slapper for our man Chris over there is what he likes to call our pins. What was working for you to eventually pin Chase McIntyre of Latrobe?
I don't know, you just have to work hard, I guess, and put pressure, I guess. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, you have quite the fan section over here, all with their own cameras, because this is your first interview, I presume. So what do you want to say to all of your coaches and your parents and the support they've been giving you?
Thanks for bringing me to all my stuff and whatever.
Well, I mean, you worked it all out there. You impressed everyone, and congratulations on your championship and first interview. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.
Guys, back to you.
Hey, Chris, you know, some guys, people just don't need to say a whole lot, and he didn't need to because he let all his words out on the mat out there with your mat slapper to finish off his tournament.
Indeed. I mean, that was an impressive unseeded, 2 unseeded wrestlers there in the finals, and he will get better with his interview skills, as I'm sure. He will be in many finals and finding himself atop the podium. So because of that very quick fall, we have other mats still competing. Give you some updates on what's going on around the way. In third place, we have Landon Davis. Nope, I'm lying. We only have one going on at 157 pounds. It's Joey Geller out of Fox Chapel, up 5-2 over McGuffey's Aaron Supler. It's right over there. on mat 4 for 7th place. Coming up next here on the championship mat, it will be Cooper Roskoski out of Kiski area, brings in a perfect record. He'll take on Roan Tustin of Waynesburg. Tustin, one of those Waynesburg names, and Roskoski, one of those Kiski names. Younger brother of Braden Roskoski. Cooper, it was funny because when he walked over here in front of us, I said, man, he looks just like Roskoski. And Jeff goes, because he is Roskoski. So Braden, if you're tuned in, and I know the Roskoski clan are big fans of the Westmoreland Sports Network. I know Grandma's always tuned in. If you are indeed tuned in, hello, we hope you are all doing well here. Roskoski will be in the navy blue. He has Coach Keebler in his corner, and Waynesburg will be rocking the black and white. So our first representation for the Cavaliers and the Red Raiders. Again, Red Raiders finishing in 3rd in the PIAA AAA Team State Tournament.
2017, the Waynesburg team won this tournament with 181 points, while Hempfield finished right behind them at 179 out of 51 teams. So Waynesburg getting their lone representation here in the finals against Kiski and Roskoski. Cooper, that is.
Not Braden, that's Cooper. How about to see you got some notes there on each of these young men, Jeff?
Well, Rowan, it's pronounced Rowan Tustin. He was first at the Waynesburg tournament, first at Tricade, and first at Southside. Cooper Roskoski coming in 24-0 as a Keystone State qualifier, Westmoreland County champ, and has a GPA of a 4.0. Chris, I would mention that because I know you love to hear it. We love smart wrestlers out here, right?
They're students first. Students first. Can't wrestle forever. I got another young man. Are you a Highlands Ram fan? Yeah, you are. What's your name? Well, hello. Thank you. You want to take over the headset while I go get a hot dog? No? Okay, I'll do it. There's a shot there by Roskoski, blocked off by Tustin. Looking to step all the way in was Tustin, but somehow Roskoski, in true Roskoski fashion, able to get out of that one and then find himself in a head outside single. God, he even wrestles like his brother.
He really does.
Gets into pickles, it just comes out of it somehow. Going to be blown dead with a stalemate, says Alan Stahl, our head official. Your side judge, Ralph Appelquist. Right there, I mean, dead to rights, and somehow Cooper able to slide that arm out and find himself in good offensive leg attack position. Great camera work by my man Nick D'Onofrio, also flick with the robo-cam right next door. Tustin looking for his snap down short time. Another shot fired here by Roskoski. He's been an offensive leg attack machine so far here in the first period. Tustin takes a peek at the clock. Time will expire in the first period. They'll put up another 90, flip the disc, and it will land green. Roskoski will go down. Yep, you want to score first.
Another 1 and a 2.
Don't forget you can email us. Little envelope up there. Click on it. Send us a message. Flick will check them out. You can also tweet us at Westmoreland SN. This is one of our most viewed broadcasts each and every year. And we want to just send a huge thank you to all of you for the continuing support that you all provide us, the words of encouragement and, you know, the praise that you give us. We love doing it. We do it for the kids and all of you out there. Again, everything is archived, so you can go back and check it out anytime as Roskoski relentlessly not going down and just continuing to fire leg attacks.
A little bit of telegraphing there, a little too far away. I'm sure he just wants to work right now, control that elbow, get back to his feet so he can fire off another shot. But Tustin may have a little something to say about this before it's all said and done.
For sure. Tustin much taller, and I think that's been kind of Roskoski's thorn in his side is he just can't get to those legs.
Doesn't have that leverage that Tustin has.
Two do clear out. Roskoski back up. He has head position with underhook. Be blown dead out of bounds. 34 seconds to go.
I got to believe this is the brother of Noah Tustin
yes.
from Waynesburg.
Heavyweight wrestler, I believe. Is Tustin
he's up there, I believe, yes.
And the Red Raiders continuing to do what they do. Congratulations to them. Third place finish at the Team State Tournament. I remember calling Mac Church.
Oh, yeah.
Rocco Welsh in the finals here at this tournament. We knew then they were going to be great.
Right.
They are, as they'll be continuing their careers to Ohio State and Virginia Tech, respectively. 10 seconds to go here in the first period. We've got a tight one. Coop Roskoski up 1-0. He's been the aggressor, though. He's been firing all the leg attacks. I don't know that I've seen any leg attacks out of Roan, but he's going to try to even the score up here. We got some mat slap action next door on mat number 2. Going with a Granby right out of the gate, but Roskoski, great bit of ride, and just kind of let him roll, and then he dropped down on that single, brought it all the way up, trying to mat return, and does so successfully. Nice job bringing that leg up. He was elbow deep and was able to get the trip out of bounds to go. Just 14 seconds gone in the third. So Roskoski, he's got a choice. Ride him out or let him get the one and maybe go to overtime.
Well, how he's playing the game right now, he looks like he wants to try to ride him out. So we'll see what kind of a game he has here for the top.
Comes Tustin up to his feet to the tripod position. Roskoski running that half on the left, tight waist with the right. Does a great job of forward pressure. He's going to sit Tustin back. Yep. Nice job. 30 seconds gone. Now he's running that thigh pry with the right side, trying to tie wrists up underneath.
Look at the pressure he's applying. Yes. Staying on his toes, using his knees, his head, his shoulder, everything.
Yep. Great job. Tustin just doesn't seem to have an answer here so far off the bottom. He gets to that tripod position, but so much forward pressure as he tries to sit and turn in. Now Roskoski has the seatbelt position. Tustin going to try to square up, does so, gets the 1-point escape as Roskoski will drive him off. 35 to go, so we've got a tied match here at 1. Great one for you at 172 pounds. 3 bouts to go. But don't go anywhere because we will have our post-match show, and it will be brought to you by our friends at Smale Kia in Greensburg. Tustin, quick shot right there. He was saving it for the end. He's in deep on that double. Roskoski with the chest lock. Tustin gets the trip and the go-ahead 2-point takedown. 22 to go, and that could be the dagger, Jeff. No offensive leg attacks to speak of, and then boom, in the third. I think he caught Roskoski reaching, lowered his level, got in deep on that double.
Well, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but Roskoski was kind of slow to get back to center. I don't know if he's a little bit gassed right here, but you catch somebody sleeping a little bit, and that's exactly what can happen.
And you made him pay for it. Roan Tustin, the Red Raiders, got themselves a champion at 172 pounds. Don't go anywhere. Coverage will continue of the Southwest Regional Tournament right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
If your home, office, or rental property sustains water or fire damage, Service Master Complete Restoration by Stiffy is your go-to call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Stiffy family's been serving the greater Pittsburgh area for over 32 years. Service Master Complete Restoration by Stiffy features friendly, licensed professionals that are here to deliver peace of mind with a fast response, expert service, and guaranteed satisfaction. Contact Service Master by Stiffy today at 724-834-8889 or servicemasterbystiffy.com.
Rowan, congratulations, now a champion. You had to put the glasses on, smiling, so nonchalantly walking over here. But the match wasn't very nonchalant at all. You had to work for that one. What was the sense of extra effort to come out on top in the final minutes?
Well, I play a lot of Fortnite, so I grind those arena points, and it made me just want to grind that match so I could go home and play a tournament.
Fortnite, a motivator. That's a new one. We also had a lot of gentlemen over here asking where you get your beard lined up at. I have to know, is this a self-trimming?
It's a toupee. It's fake.
I don't think there's anything fake about that, but hey, I don't know. Chris, he's competing with your beard over there now. How is it, though, for you? I'm curious, the Waynesburg program and the success that they've been having, how does that motivate you as an athlete being young and getting to see what you're going to be walking into?
It makes me want to be just as good as that when I'm in high school.
And I know having an older brother as well, people were coming over and asking if he's your brother. How much does he help you in your career?
A lot. He motivates me a lot, pushes me hard in practice.
Do you beat him in Fortnite, or does he beat you?
I beat him in Fortnite.
All right, so he's the victor in Fortnite, no matter what even happens on the mat. Congratulations, and have fun tonight. I hope you win. All right, Fortnite, a motivator. That's a new one, guys.
Thanks so much, and congratulations to Roan Tustin. And we've got a situation out here at 192 pounds. I kind of missed what happened. I know Roman Thompson out of North Hills, looking to stay perfect, scored quickly on a takedown over Chris Cook of Connellsville, and then threw his headgear, and I think they're checking out his head.
No, it's his knee.
Oh, it is his knee?
Yeah, in the semifinals, he hurt his knee and was able to finish, but I just don't think that knee has enough right now to go, and I think that's what they're looking at. He's going to be out of injury time here in 15 seconds.
So he's going to have to make a decision, and then if he calls for injury time again, injury defaults.
I think he's going to default out right now. So,
and at this point, it may be the best decision. At this point, you're, 8th, maybe 9th grade, 7th grade possibly. You got a whole career ahead of you. Excel Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedics team out there.
And that is how this
injury
one's
time
gonna
brought
end.
to you. Yep, they're going to shake
Injury
hands.
default
So
out.
good sportsmanship there. Chris Cook, your champion at 192 pounds. They're going to get Mr. Thompson up off of the mat and probably get him some medical attention. You got to give it up for the heart and at least the effort to get out there and try. We wish him the best in a speedy recovery and a quick return to the wrestling mat. Get another look at it there. You don't really see what happened. And it could have been nothing. As Jeff said, he injured that same knee in the semifinals. So, just a small tweak here.
I got to tell you, Chris, go ahead.
No, we're going to take a quick break, Jeff.
All right.
And then when I come back.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
You can chat all you want. We'll return right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Keep it here.
You have pain? We have the answers. You want to feel better? We provide the relief you need. The Rehab Center Chiropractors Caring for Health. Our state-of-the-art facility and our experience in caring doctors provide expert analysis and a customized treatment plan for each individual. The Rehab Center, Chiropractors Caring for Health, with locations in North Apollo, Kittanning, Lower Borough, and Clarion. For more information, visit our website at therehabcenters.com.
Chris Cook, our champion here from Connellsville. Chris, I know not the way you wanted to win at all, so any words to your opponent?
No, I hope he gets better soon. I'm sorry about that. I hope his knee's okay. I hate winning like that, but it's still a victory, I guess. And I don't know. I don't have anything else to say except I hope he gets better.
We all do. We're all praying for him. That's very classy of you, young man. And congratulations still taking away the win. And a lot to celebrate because you had a great tournament. So I know that match we don't have much to say, but overall your performance in the tournament, how would you evaluate how you got to this point?
Well, it's a very big tournament, obviously, but I had to be calm the whole day and stay collected. And even the semis was a big one. I had to keep collected. Can't freak out. It's a big part of this. And I'm thanking my coach for helping me keep calm. He reminds me of that every match. He makes sure to remind me. And that's it.
Do you think the mental aspect of it has been something you've been focusing on more? I know you keep stressing it, so is that something you've wanted to improve upon this year?
Yeah, I've always been, in every match I've wrestled, I've gone in there all freaky and just jittery, and I've tried to lessen that with each passing tournament. And I feel like this was a big test for me in that mental aspect that I've been stressing about.
Well, you said this was your first interview, and I'm very impressed talking to you as they all over there smiling as well. You're doing phenomenal. I now have to know, what do you like to do outside of wrestling? Because you seem very well-rounded.
Well, I'm starting football this year. I've been doing lifting regularly. I'm just doing friends. I've been going out for clubs regularly. I've gone to a club, Phoenix, up in Fredericktown, and I went to a golf club with my friends over the summer. I've just been doing many outside activities, and I can't say I haven't been on games recently, but other than that, it's just pretty good.
That's okay. Rowan Tustin told us that Fortnite was the key to his victory. So, I mean, it's good. It's good. And I love golf. I love that you love golf. I know so many of us enjoy that. So I'm glad you get to enjoy a lot of things outside of wrestling as well. But congratulations. And we will definitely be a fan of you from now on, young man. Thank you so much.
I got to shake your hand,
Guys,
Chris
such
Cook.
a well-rounded young man, a great guy to talk to, and obviously all of our prayers to his opponent. He was able to walk off the mat, but no further comment as to the status of his injury.
Yeah, Roman Thompson injured that knee, but I got to give it up to the class of Chris Cook. The first comment, was get better Roman. Before he even talked about him being the champion, he gave his best to his opponent, and I thought that was first class, Hannah.
Absolutely. He seemed like a first-class guy, and I'm very glad to see that at this age, he has a lot outside of wrestling that he's doing. I think it's so important for all of us to remember that these are kids and they're allowed to have fun and other hobbies and activities. So very well-rounded. His parents, grandparents, guardians, those around him in his life should be very proud. He was such a gentleman over here.
For sure, yeah, the Falcons got themselves a good one, and Chris Cook coming up as he improves to maybe 26-2 and will climb to the top of the podium. Jeff, I know you had something before we went to break, so back to you.
Well, no, that's all right. Fortunately, I just got to see Roman Thompson just walk out. He's got a big ice bag on his knee over there sitting on the front row. I'm sure he's very dejected, but he's going to live to wrestle another day, and I have to tell you, I watched his semifinal action, Chris, and I wish you all would have been able to see it too. This young man's wrestling at the 192-pound weight class, and this is by no means to take anything away from Cook, who just won by injury default. But what I saw in Thompson for an 8th grader, as a matter of fact, I believe he's a 7th grader. Wow. He looks a little bit like Gabe Stevens.
He does.
And if you would have seen him wrestle, you would have seen why I say that. The man had level changes from up, down, and a duck, side to side. His movement was incredible to watch. So I was really looking forward to seeing this final. Sadly, we didn't get to, but he's young. He's going to live to wrestle another day, and we'll see more of this young man moving forward on the football field and on the wrestling mat, I'm sure.
For sure, and we wish him a speedy recovery and a quick return to the mat. Moving on to 212 pounds, our next two final bout is Dylan Pickle Pitzer. Comes in with a perfect record of 16-0, rocking Mount Pleasant, and he will take on Ryder Ekus out of Kiski area. So it's the Vikings, it's the Cavaliers, it's 212, and it's right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Coverage continues of the Southwest Regional Tournament. Good shot right there of our man Roman. You can see they got that knee up, ice on it. So again, our best wishes to Roman as he heals that knee back up. Doing the award presentations for 172 pounds.
Coming up at 212 pounds here with Dylan Pitzer out of Mount Pleasant and Ryder Ekus out of Kiski. Pitzer is undefeated, 16-0 on the season. Ekus is 13-1, and they're getting underway here. But I have to say that Ekus is probably his only loss is to Pitzer in the county tournament, or it could have been at Matt Madness as both teams were there. I'm not quite sure where they were weight-wise, but here we go, Chris.
Yeah, here goes Ekus stepping right in, going to drive Pitzer off. Pitzer is state champion, Westmoreland County champion.
And that would be it. That would probably be why.
Yep.
Because I know Pitzer was flip-flopping around, and Kiski, he was a M3 champ, which was the Matt Madness where they both were, but I'm going to guess Pitzer was at the other weight class.
Say hello to Kristen Golkowski, who is here, so we're saying hi to her on the air, and she's about 50 feet from us. Obviously choosing to go see the younger of her two sons.
Yep.
Dayton getting busy down at the AA WPL tournament, but here goes Dylan, strikes first, gets in on that single leg. Able to secure the first 2-point takedown of the bout. 43 seconds remain in the first period. We still have to figure out why he's called Pickle. I know Hannah was going to ask.
We're
going to get to the bottom of that trivia question. I'm sure our good friend Diana is tuned in. Diana, if you are, shoot me a text and let me know where Pickle came from. If I had to guess, if I was a betting man, I know it was Coach. It had to be Coach Waller if I had to guess. Pitzer continuing to work on top with that crossface series from the left side. Ekus, after that takedown, really hasn't had much opportunity to come up to his base, and I think this may be one of the reasons why, because he knew this was coming.
Right.
As Dylan working that bundle series, unfortunately ran out of time, so we'll go to the second, 2-0, Pitzer up. Ekus going to defer. Pitzer wants to go top. Yep, he wants to stay on top, and I'm always a fan of go down, score points, get the takedown, work on those techniques. But I think he knows he can come back to that crossface series, Jeff, and make early arrangements for an early exit.
he's got a plan. It looks like he and his coaches were all on the same page, and they both agreed. So I foresee him executing exactly what he wants to do right now.
And he's right back to that crossface series. Here comes Ekus working that base up. Squeeze pride jam back down to his belly. Goes Ekus.
Dylan has just such great length over his opponent right now. He's so tall.
He got the Pitzer height, that's for sure.
He really does.
Again, older brother Dayton on his way to the University of Pittsburgh, among many WPIL greats. Nice little pipeline happening on their way to Pitt, and here goes Pitzer working this bundle perfectly all the way around, and he's got near fall criteria. Ekus trying to roll all the way through. Dylan tries to suck him back, but nice job by Ekus to get back to his belly, but not before he gives up that 2-point near fall. Dylan continuing to grind on top, and there's that crossface punch from the left side. He's going to come out here and try to work at Bundo again. Trying to pick up that leg, and he does. You can see the official doing this. He's break the 90 there now. Looking to make final arrangements for Mr. Ekus is Dylan Pitzer, and there it is. Pitzer, Mad Slapper, champion, 212 pounds. The Vikings will climb to the top of the podium here at the Castle. Be sure to keep it here. We've got the big guys, the heavy duties, the 252-pounders. Coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville and Bowser Chevrolet Chippewa. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. With the new Chevy vehicles arriving weekly, reserve yours now at Bowser Chevrolet. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
Dylan Pitzer, a champion here. I think you worked so many different pinning combinations till you finally were able to get it. What was making him so difficult to pin out there?
I don't know. He was just bigger than me, had more weight on me. And, I felt like he knew that my cradle was coming.
Yeah, pretty lethal with that cradle with your length. How many different pinning combinations do you think you tried before you locked it up?
3 or 4 at least.
How much does your coaching help in the room to make sure that you have the diverse ability to be able to completely chain wrestle the whole time out there when a guy does know what's coming?
I mean, conditioning helps. My coaches do a lot of conditioning. We do a lot of play wrestling at the end of practice, and just can't be thankful or can't be more happy for my coaches.
Yeah, well, some Pitzer that we always interview too is your brother. So how much does he help with your wrestling career? Do you guys match up pretty well?
Yeah. I wrestle him in Coach Waller's and Mount Pleasant sometime. Yeah.
Well, he's a great role model to have, but I also have to know, everyone calls you Pickle. Can you please educate us as to why Pickle is your nickname?
My brother actually gave me that nickname. When we were younger, he said Dill and Dill and Dill Pickle. It's the stock after that.
So Dayton gave you the nickname Pickle. Chris, there you have it. Dill Pickle. I know you have something on your phone we're showing us.
It was just a text from Robbie Waller explaining the origin of Pickle.
The origin of Pickle from Coach Waller. All right, well, we got it from the source here ourselves. Congratulations, and congrats on your first interview. I'm going to tell Dayton it was better than his first one.
Oh, thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Oh, you're going to create all kind of fights in that household, Hannah. That is Dylan Pitzer, your 212-pound champion out of Mount Pleasant. Coming up next, 252 pounds as all mats are clear. They're doing the awards presentation for 192 pounds. The Rockin' Moon, the Tigers, Danny Olenek comes in with a 10-2 mark, and he'll take on Butler, The Tornadoes will send out Diamond Cantera with a record of 21-4. It's not too late to get those emails in. Flick will check them out. He's hurriedly posting pics to our Twitter handle at Westmoreland SN. Go give us a follow there. Stay up to date with what broadcasts are coming up. Again, after this, we're not done. We will have the Smell Kia post-match show. Jeff and Hannah and I will hopefully have some interviews. We'll give you a full recap of this two-day action, including all 8 place finishers. Head official for this bout, John Walton. His side judge, Teddy Gonder. It's Olenek, it's Cantera. Cantera in the blue, Olenek in the red. These are the big guys, 252 pounds en route to wrestling high school heavyweight, which maxes at 285. Olenek was looking for the headlock. Cantera stepped out. Oh, and Olenek went for that headlock again, slipped off. Cantera strikes first with that takedown. Comes Olenek up to his feet. He's going to cut away from the one-point escape. 2-1.
$212 to the podium, please.
Cantera Butler with the upset. I want to say upset win, but a nice big win in the semifinals over the Kiski wrestler to get himself in here as the 3 seed. We do have a 3 and a 4 with the Moon wrestler and the Butler wrestler, Olenek and Cantera.
2-1. Cantera up, early takedown in the first period, half minute to go, and then looking for the headlock again is Olenek. Cantera may pop his head out of this one as well, and I think he was coming out there looking for the half, but Olenek quickly got it down. Cantera going to go to work with this bar. He's got it on the back. He's going to drop his chest down and just be a bulldozer, and he does it perfectly. Cantera looking for it.
Arms are up.
Head is up. Looking for it.
I don't know how this can't be.
Santina Sloboda earlier on got the fall. Can his teammate at heavyweight, Diamond Cantera, time will expire on Cantera. Nice technique, though. Dug that bar out after the takedown, dropped that chest down, and just bulldozed Olenek right over for 3 more near fall. Increases that lead 7-1. It'll be Olenek's choice. He's going to go down. Needs to be smart and not give that bar up because we know Cantera will be looking for it.
Oh, he'll make you pay. Oh, he went right to reach back there.
Going with that spiral ride is Cantera. Now he's going to inside lace the leg. Somebody told him he doesn't wrestle 252 pounds, wrestling like one of them lighter guys. Nice job by Olenek to try to stay up on the base, but there's the spiral ride by Cantera, able to get Olenek down. Now I think Olenek comes in with a little lack of experience, doing some things that he shouldn't be doing. He's got great size. Stick with the sport, young man. You'll be moving on to great things. Just keep working hard. Now trying to tripod up. Cantera, nice job breaking him back down to his belly. Under a minute to go, second period. Cantera up 7-1, and now he's coming out for that bar again. Olenek trying to dig that right hip into the mat. Now he's going to try to come all the way up to his base. Tries to roll all the way through, but Cantera catches him with the reversed half. Mr. Walton down there looking for that left shoulder blade. You need to have both blades down, and there it is. Cantera. And another tornado, Matt Salapper. 55 seconds into the second period, Diamond Cantera, your champ at 252 pounds. That'll do it for wrestling action. But again, keep it here because we will have the interview with, nope, we're going to keep it right here. Cantera's coming over with our Hannah Mears. Hannah, over to you.
Diamond, first off, love the name. Wish that was my name. I would tell people that all the time. But Diamond, you got gold today as our champion in the second period with that pin. What was working for you there? I know you were having some struggles to turn him, but to eventually get that pin.
The arm bar. It was like really helping working.
I know you're tired. It was a tough match, and to do these interviews right after is pretty crazy, but your coaches were really excited that you got to come over and get this interview. How much did they help you in your success so far this season?
They helped me through everything this season. I couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, how much fun have you had closing out the tournament here in such big fashion?
Pretty fun. It was a good tournament. I liked it.
All right, well, I like your name as well, so I'm going to steal that. It's Diamond Mears from now on to you guys, all right? Congratulations. Back to you.
Thank you, Diamond. And that's two Golden Tornadoes, courtesy of Matt Slapper, Santina Sloboda, and Diamond Cantera. Two champs headed back to Butler with gold. That'll do it, as I said, for the wrestling. But keep it here, because our Smell Kia of Greensburg post-match show coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
Have you or someone you know committed to play a sport at the next level? Let us know by emailing info@westmorelandsports.com so we can add you to our WSN College Commitment page. Our unique page features a list of current Westmoreland County student athletes that have made a verbal or written commitment to play a sport in college. No matter what sport at what level, our College Commitment page has you covered. Check it out next time you visit westmorelandsports.com.
At D'Annunzio's, our menu is extensive with an abundance of selections. The next best thing to being at one of our 3 locations is having our frozen food and jarred sauce in your own home. For our frozen food selections, we have wedding soup, pasta fagioli, lasagna, stuffed cheese rigatoni, ricotta cavatelli, and potato gnocchi. Our jarred sauces include the original, smooth, marinara, and tomato cream. These products can all be found at our restaurants or your local grocer.
Back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network for our Smell Kia of Greensburg post-match show alongside Jeff Shaw. I am Smitty. Hannah Mears will be joining us here shortly. Hey, Dr. Jim Masterson, thanks so much. They're heading out of here. Wrestling has concluded. We are all done. They are doing the 212 awards presentation right now. Then they will have the 252s. And how about this? The first ever Outstanding Wrestler Award, Chase Kranitz, now a senior for the Norwood Knights, doing great things, headed to the University of Buffalo to continue his academic and athletic career. So again, the first ever to win the OW of this tournament. We'll hand it off to a younger Knight. Nope, don't tell him yet. Nope, we can't tell him yet. Okay, nope, top secret. G13 classified. Shh.
There we go. Now I'm on.
Go ahead and get the camera on that flick. Oh, it'll be after the 252, so we'll try to get that presentation. I know Hannah's over there.
There's going to be another award new this year.
Oh.
And Pursuit Apparel, one of our biggest sponsors here.
Presenting sponsor, yep.
Yes, came to us and said, listen, we'd like to do an award. Is there something here that we can name it or give it to, or can you come up with something? And as a committee, we were sitting over there, and some said, well, I mentioned about sportsmanship, and it's so hard. There are a lot of good sportsmen here, as we found evident from the Connellsville Chris Cook. You know, how do you measure that in a tournament like this? So we put our heads together. We were coming up, do we give it to a fastest pin and this? But what it's going to end up being, it's going to be Pursuit Apparel's most falls in the shortest amount of time, and that's going to be presented here also with the OW. So we're going to have 2 awards that we're going to give out that we hope to continue into the future. But as you mentioned, Chase Kranitz being the very first OW, I still remember interviewing him back in the day, Chris. It was right over there when we featured just the finalist, I believe, that year, because it was just a feature match, but everybody was still here. And I still get goosebumps. I still remember watching his whole family watching him while we interviewed him, how excited they were filming everything. It was all new.
Well, I just saw Mr. Krantz. I think he's equally as excited today that he
Absolutely.
gets to hand it off to a younger brother and future high school Knight. Yeah, I know Coach Kyle Martin is excited for the 3 studs that are coming. And Coach Martin's done a great job here with the program, again, semifinalists at the team state tournament. So bigger and better to come for the Norwood Knights. But a big thank you to Norwood, the committee, you know, Mike Pearl, Phipps, everybody, the AD. It's Mike Burrows, the AD,
Mike
correct?
Burrow,
yes. Mr. Phipps, all his work, the committee, all of our sponsors, and of course, all of you out there joining us on the Westmoreland Sports Network. As I said, and I don't just say this is always one of our favorite events to cover. Why? Because we get to see the future of what's going to be moving up at the varsity level. As we said earlier, names like Rocco Welsh, Grant McKay, Chase Granitz,
Rune Lawrence.
I mean, they've won this tournament and now doing great things at the varsity level.
Here is actually a fun fact about Rune Lawrence from today. He wrestled 3 matches and spent only 25 seconds on the mat.
In the WPIL Championship.
Yes, that is unheard of at almost any level. Yeah.
As a sophomore, yes.
Incredible statistic for Rune Lawrence out of Fraser.
Got some awesome responses. Hi, WSN crew. Thanks for covering. That's from my little sister, Diana Waller-Allen. Ryan Thomas out of Quest giving the fist bump. Go Hunter from Robert Galt. My best friend, Casey, this commentator should be on Sports Center.
Nice.
I'm sorry?
Not at all.
He's talking about
Not
Jeff.
at
Yeah,
all.
he is. And then Earl Gilbert. This stream is great. Thank you, Earl. Matt Ruffner, great coverage. Thank you so much. And Betty Leone. Hannah, love how you interview. Yeah, she does do a great job, and I know that job is a bit challenging. It's a little easier at the varsity level as these young men or women have developed those speaking skills a little bit. However, she's able to pull or drag the words out of them. There were a couple that have a little bit of work to do, but hey, that's why we work at what we do. Right. Effective craft, but Hannah does a great job. And, big kudos and thanks to her. She's over there trying to catch a photo op, and I think I should shut up.
There it is. Jackson Angelo is the winner.
So, Rune Lawrence, Fraser, most pins.
Jackson Lawrence is junior high, first award recipient of most falls in the shortest amount of time. He had 5 in 4 minutes and 44 seconds. His fastest fall was in 16 seconds. So
see Flick and Nick trying to find it. There they are over there.
Again, that award generously donated and sponsored by Pursuit Apparel for this year and hopefully years to come. They do a great job. All the gear you see these kids wearing.
Presented by this tournament's first outstanding wrestler, Chase Granitz. From Norway, Landon Steiden.
There it is, Chris.
So from one night to another.
Yep.
It's almost like the Marines. They night you, and boom, that was
Your
awesome.
top
So,
4 teams.
congratulations to Chase as he hands it
In
off
4th place with 137 points,
Steiden.
North Allegheny Tigers.
So NA finished in 3rd?
Fourth.
No, 4th place.
We get 4
NA.
places out.
I'm going to let Jason do a little bit of talking.
In 3rd place with 145 points, Kiski area. Your runner-up with 181.5 points, Hometown Norwin. And your team champions with 255 points, the Falcons of Connellsville.
Fun fact.
We've had several items lost and found.
25 seconds on the mouth. So the tie, you get the fastest, most whatever. Rude, 3 matches, 25 seconds.
We ask everyone to pick up some trash around you, throw it in cans. Thank you very much for attending this 11th season. That's because we skipped one for COVID.
Let's do you first, Jackson.
In your 2022 summer.
All right, our Hannah Mears is caught up with Jackson Angelo with the new award, most falls in the least amount of time, brought to you by Pursuit Sports Apparel. Hannah, go ahead.
Jackson, I was over there when you got this award and your face lit up. You didn't even know this was a thing. It was sort of a surprise. So to know that you're the winner of most falls in the least amount of time here, how cool was it to see this plaque given to you?
This thing is absolutely awesome. Me and my coach and Jonah, we always do who can spend the least amount of time at a tournament. It's just a competitive thing between me and Jonah, and obviously I won this tournament.
Well, I think it was they were calculating saying 25 seconds you spent on the mat today. I don't even know if he broke a sweat. He might have broke more of a sweat from the excitement out here. But go ahead and turn this around and show everybody what they actually did here, and hopefully Dan can zoom in a little bit, is they put your pin from the finals on here. Most falls in least amount of time. You with the pin, Jackson Angelo, 5 falls, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. So tell me, how cool is this moment to see that you're on an actual plaque pinning somebody?
I can't even explain. It's so cool.
Well, we were all excited over there for you. It's a new thing they were doing. I know Jeff was kind of cueing us in on it a little bit, so we had no idea that a plaque this cool was going to be handed out. But to take it home, do you think your teammates are going to be a little jealous and maybe more competitive now for the pins?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, I also found out his nickname's Lil Red, so congratulations, Lil Red.
I know Lil Red.
Next, we're going to bring in Landon over here, our outstanding wrestler. Chase Kranitz was able to present that with you. We already know he's scared of you in the room, but he was not scared to hand that off. How cool was it to receive that from a guy you look up to?
It's awesome seeing like the guys that you look up to giving you the award that you won.
And how cool is it to know that you're the outstanding wrestler here? We saw a lot of great action on the mat, but by far, you stood out to everyone. That's a vote from all of the coaches. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot, seeing how much I put into the room, practice, and seeing it pay off.
And one thing I noticed about you after the match is you were coming up to Chase, who had been sitting behind me, and you were asking him questions already. He said you're always someone who's asking questions to get better. What is it asking those guys and always wanting to work on the next thing that really helps you in your wrestling career?
I look up to Chase. He's like our big Norwin Knight. Like, he's the guy showing us like where to go, like how to get better, showing us how to compete in high school, get to the college.
All right, well, let me see this trophy here a little bit. Are you going to cherish this one? It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this is going to go in the house. It's gonna be, I like this one.
Do you have a shelf at home that you put all these on?
No, I don't.
No? So where are they?
In my room, scattered around.
Just great decor, guys. Typical decor. Go ahead and hold that up and give all the fans a smile there. You're outstanding wrestler, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Landon.
That's Landon Seiden, improves to 30-0, the number 7th ranked wrestler in the United States of America. And boy, he was appreciative of, the handing off from, as they called him, the bigger night here at Norwin and Chase Kranitz. And certainly he taking advantage of having so many greats ahead of him and picking their brain, trying to figure out how he can get better and do great things. So a bright future for that young man. And also a big shout out to Jackson Angelo. How freaking cool was that? That was a picture of him. How'd they do that so fast?
Listen, John Stripmatter and Pursuit Apparel can do outstandingly wonderful things, and that plaque was pure evidence of it. So if you need anything done, please look into Pursuit Apparel. They do exceptional work.
They do. I mean, he literally just got off the mat, a half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, and I had no idea that was him on there, and what an awesome shot it was as they caught it. I mean, they had to know that he was knocking on the door of earning it. I mean, how do you know who to get the picture of?
Well, we knew we had 3 that were up front runners, and for him to get the fall in the finals, obviously that sealed the deal. But we had 3 guys that were front runners for the awards, so they knew they needed a few pictures of a few of them. So I'm sure they snuck out here and got a couple, and what a beautiful plaque.
I think the one that deserves the real credit is you keeping that G13 classified. Didn't share any of it until the end. So if you're going to rob a bank, do it with Jeff Shaw. He won't tell anybody. And I think the other cool thing about that, and I know we said it earlier, but Jackson Angelo of Fraser, a Commodore, Rune Lawrence at the WPL tournament today, also a Commodore out of Fraser.
Yep.
3 matches, and I think you said,
25 seconds total for 3 matches.
Yeah, so good golly. They know how to pin over there at Fraser, don't they?
They sure do.
As our Smale Kia of Greensburg post-match show continues, we'll give you another quick rundown of the top 5. McGuffey, 126.5, your 5th place finisher. The Tigers out of NA, 137 points, come in 4th. Cavaliers, that's Kiskieri with 143. Your 3rd spot. Your host, the runner-up, the Norwin Knights, 181.5 points. the Norwin Knights doing it here at home. And then your champion, 2 years, well, I can't say 2 years in a row, but I can't say back-to-back, the Connellsville Falcons, 255 team points. So congratulations to that coaching staff, those young men, that program, the boosters, the parents. A lot of people don't understand how much work goes in to excellence on the mat, and the Connellsville Falcons certainly earned a good job from all of us at the Westmoreland Sports Network. And if I can get my password to work, I will give you some post. Let me get here to the brackets. Go back to 82 pounds.
While you're talking there, I'm going to still extend
ahead.
a thank you as Jason Delp walks behind us here. He runs our tournament every year, and it could not be done without him. So, Jason, thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So 82 pounds. We'll start at 8th place, Riley Smith out of Seneca Valley. The Norwin Knights are Rocco Zagai, 7th. Shaler's Anthony Jones in 6th. Yavion Chambers out of Valley in 5th. Franklin Regional's Titus Colangelo is 4th. Tommy Gretz, 3rd place finisher out of Connellsville. Hempfield's Nico Capusta, your runner-up. And your champion, Tucker Main out of McGuffey. Bump it up here to 89 pounds. Your 8th place finisher, Luca Del Greco out of Bethel Park. 7th, Jake Lang of Penn Trafford. 6th, Kai Bland, Trinity. 5th place, Anthony Mucci out of Derry. Your 4th place finisher, Evan Schoenberg out of North Allegheny. 3rd, Nolan Rice, Connellsville. Your runner-up, Nate Caracciolo of Hempfield. Your champion, Quaker Valley, Bruce Anderchak. 96 pounds. Your top 8, Calix Kimbrough of Fox Chapel in 8th. Brock Dennison, South Fayette in 7th. Jake Wright, Trinity in 6th. Mount Lebos, Evan Sala finishes 5th. Dylan Barrett of Penn Trafford 4th. Luke Lilly of Connellsville 3rd. Brooks Blasco out of Shaler in 2nd. And Santina Slablota of Butler, your champion at 96 pounds. Moving up to 103 pounds. 8th place, Floyd Huff out of Waynesburg. Evan Tolliver Ringgold 7th. Moons, Tyler Smith in 6th. Indiana, Rowan Grants comes in 5th. Emmett Wolf of McGuffey finishes 4th. Landon Lynn of Connellsville in 3rd. Owen Campbell of Plum is your runner-up. And Luke DeSantis, the Warrior from Penn Trafford, is your champion at 103 pounds. 110-pound top 8. Garrett Newman, McGuffey. Ethan Cartwright, Franklin Regional. Austin Kasinovic out of Avonworth, 6th. Kel Yannick Moon, 5th. Julian Bertucci, Burrell, 4th. Trinity's Dominic Canali, 3rd. Zach Franks of Connellsville, your runner-up. And your OW, Landon Seiden of Norwin, your champion at 110 pounds. Bright future for that young man. I am excited to watch him develop. 117 pounds, Timmy Andrassi of Armstrong, 8th. Cohen Buccione of Franklin Regional, 7th. Waynesburg's Luke Rush, 6th. Carter Tunstall of Shaler in 5th. Griffin Reed, North Allegheny, 4th. McGuffey's Lucas Barr is 3rd. Connellsville's Kai Vielma, your runner-up. And Jack White, the 2nd of 3 Norwin champions, is your champion at 117 pounds. Moving right along, 124 pounds. Donovan Moon finishes in 8th. He's out of Kiski. Zach LeBrier of Thomas Jeff, 7th. Morgan Silberman of Chartiers Valley, 6th. North Hills, Carter Morvay is your 5th place finisher. Penn Trafford, 4th place finisher is Logan Matrish. Hampton and Dustin Kerr finish in 3rd. Christian Lowther of Ringgold, your runner-up. And Gage Mammy, your 3rd night to finish champion at 124 pounds. 132 pounds. 8th, Jude Gentile, Franklin Regional. Cooper Dietz of West Mifflin. Caleb Kinsey, Armstrong, 6th. Cole Gibbons, Mount Lebo. Cooper Smith of West Allegheny, 4th. Mason Horwath won a thriller in overtime, ultimate tiebreaker for that 3rd place finish. He's out of Derry. Connellsville, Julian Ruggieri, your runner-up. And Michael Lawrence of Char Valley, your champion at $132. Moving right along to 140 as our Smell Kia of Greensburg post-match show continues. 8th place, Noah Lehu of Beth Center. Amar Wright of Kiski. Santino Brasco of Norwin. Logan Slavic of West A finishes in 5th. N.A. Sean O'Donnell's comes in fourth. Caden Wills of West Mifflin third. Brady Brown, your runner-up out of Derry. He lost to Jonah Erdley of Fraser. Going to keep an eye on those Fraser Commodores. Erdley, your champion. 147 pounds, Troy Ritson of Butler, 8th. Zashawn Williams out of Freedom, 7th. Armstrong's Cottonwoods finishes 6th. Indiana's Dominic Finella in 5th. Sean Oden and Burrell come in 4th. Cooper Lembo, Connellsville, 3rd. Hunter Snyder, your runner-up out of Latrobe. And Jackson Angelo of Fraser winning that inaugural award. Most falls in the least amount of time, and that is brought to you by Pursuit Sports Apparel, our presenting sponsor of today's championship finals. 157 pounds, Aaron Supler of McGuffey, 8th. Fox Chapel's Joey Geller in 7th. JT Morris Armstrong in 6th. Luke Geltz of Kiski, 5th. Michael Hirschberg of NA, 4th. Nick Pushkar of Norwin, 3rd. Latrobe's Chase McIntyre, your runner-up. And Nezamiro Green of Highlands, 1st. Keep an eye out for that young man. 172 pounds. 8th, Howard Cleland of Char Valley. Kieran Rottenbaugh of NA, 7th. Henry Patz of Franklin Regional, 6th. Connellsville Wyatt Hall in 5th. Landon Davis of Seneca Valley, 4th. Penn Trafford's Parker Guy in 3rd. Cooper Roskowski, your runner-up out of Kiski, in a champion, 172. Roan Tustin. Finishing off that double leg with about 20 seconds to go was Roan Tustin, and he put it all on the back of Fortnite. At 192 pounds, Luca, Schneider Locker of Plum, 8th. Justin Beck, Avonworth, 7th. Donovan DeLuca, Gateway, 6th. Abraham Taylor of Kiski, 5th. Mason Hartung of NA, 4th. Mount Pleasant, Vito Baravecchio is 3rd. Roman Thompson of North Hills had to injury default after going up 2-0. Roman, get better, my brother. We look forward to seeing you back on the mat. And your champion, and would be my vote for the Sportsmanship Award of the tournament, Chris Cook of Connellsville. If you missed his post-match interview with Hannah Mears, very quickly, the first words out of his mouth were, Roman, basically get better. And I paraphrase, but it wasn't about the win that he got. It was to his competitor, his colleague, his friend, on the mat, whatever. But, giving a shout-out to Roman, and I thought that was very gentlemanlike of him. 212, Aiden Main, Southmoreland, 8th. Derek Diamond of Fraser, 7th. Damian Pavarnik McGuffey, 6th. Franklin Regional's Troy Slazak, 5th. Tommy Wycheck of Seneca Valley, 4th. Cody Krall of Latrobe, 3rd. Ryder Ekus of Kiski, your runner-up. And Dylan Pickle out of Mount Pleasant, your champion at 212 pounds. Last but not least, 252, the heavy duties. 8th place, Larry Gokenauer out of Norwin. 8th, Oren Musser, Seneca Valley. Connor Reams, Fraser, 6th. James Grimm out of Kiski, 5th. Marco Scarton, your 4th place finisher out of Latrobe. Hunter Hauk out of TJ, 3rd. Danny Olenek out of Moon, your runner-up. And Diamond Katera out of Butler with a mat slapper. At heavyweight is your 252-pound champion. That is your rundown of the top 5 and your rundown of the 8 place finishers at each of the 15 weights. Jeff, you kind of look like you have a weight lifted off the shoulders. They're down. You're relaxed. Your thoughts?
Yeah, complete exhale right now. Now it's time to just decompress. It is a lot of work to do this tournament, but it gets easier every year because of how we're evolving. Yes, the tournament has evolved, the equipment, the technology, everything has evolved, and we've put money back into it to make it this way. But again, I'm more proud of how we're giving away money to these young men and potentially in the future women that move on through our scholarship committee, giving away the kind of money that we have. And that's really what it's about. It's about first and foremost the wrestling, the future of high school wrestling in the WPIAL District 7. But proud to put this tournament on. The quality, I say, takes a back seat to no one, even, the state tournament, the junior high state tournament. I think this one is so competitive. There's people that will come here and be champions and at the state tournament, they could be champs, but not here because of the depth that we have. It's just, it's unbelievable. And the quality of wrestling I love. I'm proud of that. And I am proud to be a part of it. I enjoy spending my time helping here. But, yeah, between the coaching and the tournament and my passion for both and the passion I have being with you and Flick here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, I thank you for that all the time because for me, I feel privileged to be a part of it. And I hope that everybody just recognizes it for that. I try to do the best I can by everybody involved,
You were awesome, brother. You'll be even more awesome if you can talk Lee into giving me one of those event shirts before he puts them away down there.
From Joe Strip Matter. The Strip Matter, the whole family, Jody helped out greatly, was a huge sponsor in the beginning to help us get going,
Sponsor of our broadcast.
And he helps through Westmoreland Sports every year. And Joe, with his Pursuit sport apparel, he brought over this rockin' black hat that just tore at my, heartstrings.
You love hats too.
I love black hats.
Yeah, you're a hat guy because you're.
Yeah, I'm losing my hair,
yeah,
so I have to hide something.
I'm just gonna let you say.
Yeah, it's the truth. I'm old, so we got to hide that dome up top. But thank you very much for the opportunity to help you. And what a great event and great broadcast, Chris.
Thanks.
The comments don't come over the Twitter and Facebook lines by accident. They come. And they're warranted because you do a great job, and I'm glad that you and Westmoreland Sports can bring these events, especially this one, to our fans out there.
Well, thank you very much, Jeff. Great job. Congratulations. I know Flick has taken us to Gatto, so we're going to go to Gatto. I don't know if you've been there. My boy Mike Powers checked in earlier. We gave a big happy birthday shout-out. Chase Krantz, shake your hand. Best of luck the rest of your senior way, bud. Go get gold. Hannah, why don't you jump on really quick and just give your final thoughts, if you don't mind? Oh, you took her mic. Never mind. Oh, she can use the headset. I'm sorry.
Jay's telling me to use the headset. He thinks he's a pro now that he was helping me out with some information over here. But coming into this, was talking to you guys joking a little bit. We were nervous how these kids would handle an interview situation because it was a lot of their first interviews. But I was so impressed. All of them came over. They had a lot to say. And even if they were a little nervous, they tried their best. And I was very proud of them. And they're all looking forward to hopefully more interviews in the future now. It's a lot of fun. And we had some great matches in front of us. So makes it very exciting to know the future of the region for wrestling is in very good hands. And these kids were all such class acts to talk to. So very excited to root for them all as people.
I think the pipeline is not in any jeopardy of drying up when it comes to the young talent here in southwestern Pennsylvania. It just continues to churn, and we got to see right in front of us some of the greats that we're going to definitely be calling at the varsity level. Hell, we may even see them at the top of the podium at Hershey and then further on continuing their academic and athletic career at the NC2A level. Hannah, I have to give you fist pump. Thank you so much. I know today was a challenge. You brought your sneakers because you knew you were going to be chasing these kids around, but you did such yeoman's work. Giving these young men the opportunity, that first-time experience, to get in front of the mic, to get in front of a camera. Yeah, some of them have a little bit of work to do, but I'll tell you what, some could be running for mayor before we know it.
They really could, Chris, and I was very proud of them. And I don't really come into these types of tournaments with young guys with a bunch of questions prepared or information because there isn't much about them. So it's sort of just winging it a lot, and a lot of them handled that very, very well. So I'm very proud and honored that I can do this with you guys. Thanks for giving me a voice here at Westmoreland Sports Network with wrestling as well. And thanks to everyone for your kind words on our stream that was live.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah. And that's going to do it here for our Smell Kia of Greensburg post-match show. Want to thank you for jumping on with us and spending the day with us as the 2022, the 10th edition of the Southwest Regional District 7 Junior High Championships come to a close. What's up next for us? I believe next Friday and Saturday we will have live coverage of the AA Southwest Regionals from the Allegheny Health Network Center down at Peters Township, but stay tuned.
Not this Saturday, but that's next.
Next.
So not this upcoming
Yes, not this upcoming week, so 2 weeks out. So just WestmorelandSports.com, keep an eye there. Keep an eye on our Twitter handle, Facebook. Again, want to send a huge shout-out to all of our sponsors, all of the wrestlers. They did such a great job today. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to do what you do out there, and it gives us the opportunity. It makes our job easy when you go out there and compete the way you do. But I think I'm going to sign us off because we're tired, we're hungry, and we're going to go to Gatto on Flick. So for Dan Flickinger on production, Nick D'Onofrio, camera operator number 1, Jeff Shaw, my on-air colleague, my sister Hannah Mears, Matt Side reporting. I am Smitty. Until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.